Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. So, of course, today, the main thing that we're going to be doing is the new hero class and the new Mythic, both of which are pretty big. However, more so the Mythic, because the hero class, it's a little bit of a weird mix of useless. It's nice that we have another class and all. But yeah, this one's pretty underwhelming. It's actually probably one of the worst classes we've gotten in a long while, oddly enough. And even the weapon, it seemed like it could potentially be okay. The traits on her are abysmal. So, yeah, not much on the new hero class, actually. But, yeah. As far as the new Mythic, of course, we just did a video on that, for any of you that caught that. I'll be covering a video specifically on the hero class, probably either later today or tomorrow, because I need to get to level 70 first. Something that we'll be doing on this stream, as well as getting into that class event. But yeah, the main team I've been using with is basically like the team that we're going to be shifting into when we finally get that elemental troop in. It's basically just Mountain Crusher, Infernus, Obsidius, and then that new elemental. However, of course, we don't currently have that elemental, so we're just substituting with a with what's her name for now, with Apothecary there. I'll grab that. We're not frozen anymore, so we can just get things rolling. Should be able to have some kind of alignment here. There's no way we have no extra turn out of all that mess. Apparently we don't. What is that? We don't have it on purple, we don't have it on green, we don't have it on red. Well then. I guess I passed my turn by doing that. Still get some value out of it. As long as he doesn't go crazy with that, we should be fine. Oh, no, he's gonna go crazy with it. Nope. He's going crazy. Never mind, we're already dead. We just got Yaguay'd. That triple Yaguay right there. Rip. And now we're going to get decimated again by the other meta. Of course, we'll fight every meta when I'm just trying to show this real quick. Of course. That's how it goes. Let's see. We're not frozen on yellows. Grab all that yellow there. Get them all stunned. Get them all disabled. Get them all burned. And then we start throwing our 2 high damage sources down. Infernus more so of a damage source than the other one. Of course, he's mainly used for his stun, and the fact he has better board control. However, I still don't care for 5x5 explosion. Let's see, can we actually get that aligned? Yes, we can. If we do it right over here, that will drop down enough that we will get the mana for the brown right there. Boom. Unfortunately, we're frozen on the other extra turn, though. By now, he's throwing Infernus, throw Obsidius, and that should pretty much wipe him at that point. And that's enough to kill, even if it doesn't get the extra damage there. As long as it doesn't get a random barrier somehow. Or if it doesn't kill us in one turn. Oh, wait. Never mind. I forgot it's random. For a second, I thought we could target the thingy thing. Yeah. Let's see. We could drop that by 4. It's not an extra turn, though, is it? No, it's not an extra turn. Oh, we can still drop it by 4. Do that. Boom. Doomskull got in the way, but it still gave us all the mana we needed and all the kill, and he's dead. Yeah, Obsidius. Mainly used for its stun. Infernus, way better damage, way better board clear. And it's telling me about the hero class now. We kind of already got it. But, yeah, Dervish hero class. Well, since it's telling us to go to hero class, let's go to hero class. So, of course, we did get a new hero class. It is the Dervish hero class. Did we go switch to it real quick? Probably not for this. Even though it would give us 2 XP each, I guess we just use Shaman for now, because Dervish does not have any mana start. As far as what it does... Oh, yeah, let me go show the weapon, too, real quick, since it's still the beginning of the stream. Also, I didn't even say hellos yet, either. But before we do, actually... Where's Dervish? Let's just go over this real quick. Quick rundown. Oops, I didn't mean to equip it. Let me equip Shaman. Shaman! We'll equip that so we have half mana. What I do want to do, though, is go over this real quick. So, Dervish. What is noteworthy about it? It has a pretty decent effect for monsters. It gives all monster allies 2 to all skills per extra turn. That is really good. Problem is, there's not that many good monsters. But it has 20% to 20% dodge. It also has 30% dodge once you get to level 70, which is pretty much as far as you really need to get it, because the other ones aren't really going to get you too far with the kind of teams that you would normally use it with. But and there's nothing that synergizes to monsters, unfortunately. But yeah, 30% dodge and a 20% dodge. I believe 20% triggers first, and the 30%. But it's about 44% dodge chance, somewhere around there. So it has that going for it, but that's about the only thing it really has. These other tree synergies don't really go that well together at all, unfortunately. So it's a pretty underwhelming hero class, other than the fact that it has the highest dodge in the entire game. Also has this weird weapon, which I already have because I bought up to the packs, but it deals damage to all enemies, and it knocks the first 1 to 2 enemies to the back. The biggest issue with this dagger is it does not have any good perks whatsoever. If we go under team real quick and just go under weapon and go under, I guess it's Drifting Sands. Oh yeah, Drifting Sands. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oops, that's not it. Drifting Sands. If we go into this real quick, as you can see, right over here, we go under weapon upgrades. It has no good perks here. It creates a brown storm, which is not good given that it uses yellow. Deals 5 damage to the last enemy, which is horrible, but with all this other stuff doesn't really work out that well. Has a pointless attack reduction. Ends up having a useless poison, and it gains a useless 4 HP. And it pretty much just becomes weaker from getting it upgraded, so I just got it up to +5 for now because it is horrible. Its ability is actually pretty decent though. A full AoE into a 1 to 2 move, but its perks made it useless. So I'm not sure what to think about that weapon, other than that's really average because of that. It does have a unique aspect to it, but overall, similar to the hero class, a unique aspect doesn't automatically make it good, unfortunately. Yeah, that weapon's the only thing in the game that has a double or a percent movement chance like that, where it can actually do one or the other, which makes it so it can't really be countered as easily. And the hero class itself has the highest dodge in the game, but neither of those two things make either of those two things viable. But anyways, hello everyone! Hello Elite! Hello Frag Hunter! Hello Tracy! Hello Skeleton King! Hello Steve! Hello Lexia! Hello Damlix! Hello Skeleton King! The chances of getting new Mythic on event keys are bad. There's a 0% chance of getting the new Mythic on event keys. You would only be able to get, what's his name off of it? I know his name, Doomclaw. You can only get Doomclaw on it currently. But no, there's a 0% chance to get the new Mythic off of event keys. Only the Mythic from the Kingdom will be in event keys. It's only Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests. Every key except gold keys and event keys it is in. Hello Lexia, hello Churros, hello Ken. Let's see, hello Ofer. For the class event, try Great Maul, Trickster, Sandrunner, and Scorpius. Well, currently we're just running Dawnbringer triple this, and I believe we're skipping into... Oh, no, I guess we could try that team after. But for these earlier battles, we're just doing Dawnbringer Rush. We don't really have any need to use anything other than this yet. Also, we have 1.5 billion potion effects right now, so these should be really easy to roll through. These initial battles, which also might allow us to use Dawnbringer a little bit later. I bought every single pack once, including 7, oddly enough. So we do have 7 higher stats on everything than what we would normally have as well, as all the other potion effects. And the only reason I did that so is we could get the hero class upgraded a little bit quicker. Which is kind of ironic given that we're using a hero class that isn't that at the moment. Let's go get the Dervish hero class leveled quicker by not using the Dervish hero class. Makes perfect sense. Also, for whatever reason, they did not expand the rewards for this game mode. They added the portrait onto 4 and they added the title onto 8 because this is the first class event that we have potions for. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, this is the last event that we have not had potions for. So now we have had potions for every single event at least once now. I believe this was the very last one that did not have it. So yeah, that's the thing now. Every single one has gotten it at least once, so we got to see it. But for whatever reason, they didn't end up buffing class events, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Class events have really, really bad value. The only reason why anyone even buys into them is because you get free hero XP from it. Or not free hero XP, it's really expensive. Shouldn't say free at all. At minimum, it's like 1 gem per EXP, which is pretty pricey, but it saves time. Like we'll have level 70 today, and obfuscate around, it would normally have taken about 14 hours to grind it. But with how much we bought, I think it's only going to take us about 4 more hours, 3 more hours. Probably won't have it done this stream, but we'll have it done today. Is Obsidius the new best friend of Iron Guts? Not really, because you would need a curse in order to get rid of Impervious. And most things have the Impervious thing. I don't know why everyone keeps mentioning using it with Iron Gut. There's barely anything in the entire game that has immune to Devour, but not immune to Stun. I think there's like 3. But no, it's not really going to do much with Iron Gut. You would need to use Curse with it for it to be good with Iron Gut. And at that point, you already got rid of immune to devour, so you wouldn't really even need it unless you just want them to stay disabled. But no, I don't think it's really going to be used with Iron Guide at all. You'd be better off just using Possess King with it. Let's see. Yeah, we ended up spending a lot of keys. If anyone saw the previous video, we ended up spending about 1,600 gold, or sorry, 1,600 gem keys, and around 2,000 glory keys in order to get it. So it was really expensive. One of the most expensive mythics we've had in quite a while, actually, as far as how long it took to obtain it. I don't know who's currently inactive on Nintendo Switch, because I don't currently run the guild on Nintendo Switch. Oops, why is my chat scrolling so quickly? 1 second. Trying to read through chat and it just went all the way to the bottom for some reason. Hello, Blackhawk. Let's see. Hello, Youth Jimmy. Oh, never mind, I already answered that. Just got in. Can you go over a couple of teams with a new mythic? We went over it in the previous video as well as the beginning of stream. But basically use it with Infernus or use it with Essence of Evil. Are basically the two premises of which you want to use, either or. And anything based around either of those two things is about the strongest you could really use with it. His meta won't be available till 2 weeks from now when he gets half mana start on all elementals. But yeah, use it with Infernus or use it with Essence. Not sure if you would really need both at once, but one or the other. And any team built around that will be perfectly fine with it. Let's see. You're running Great Maul, Essence of Evil, Scorpius, and two-time Scorpius. Yeah, that could end up working. You have poison off of Essence of Evil, and as well as everything else on it for a full disable. Then you have Great Maul for instant kill. Sounds like it would work. Also, wait, why do we not have half mana start? Wait, what? What just happened to our mana? Oh, duh. We did have half mana start. I already cast my ability. I was gonna say, wait, how did we not start with half mana? Forgot. We already used our ability. Whoops. Let's see. Hello, Chad. Hello, Michael. Glaceon, Crystal Axe, Corvash, and Kraken. With the new class. We could definitely try that. What exactly is it getting out of that? Oh, yeah, it's getting 2 to all stats. That's something I haven't tried building the new team into yet. I will be messing around with that a little bit later this stream. But, yeah, making 4 times beast teams. I mean, not 4 times beast, 4 times monster. Is going to be decent in that we might not even use it for its dodge or anything. We might just be using it for its +2 to all stats. Like what you're using it for in that specific team right there. Has potential. Definitely has potential. Also, let me go claim our free level. Be free level. Yeah, level 53. 1 step closer to getting that maxed. We're only trying to get 70 for now, though. Let's see. Hello, Starlights. Let's see. Hello, Humberto. Also, I'll see what you... Actually, let me read what you said now. Your latest calculation, if you pay 50 gems for 24 diamonds, Monday to Saturday, on average, you'll spend 8,333 gems for 1 mythic. Yeah, we ended up... I mentioned that earlier. I think I said around 10,000, but I didn't calculate out the shards. I counted it as 20 diamonds rather than 24 diamonds because I didn't really factor in the shards when I ended up doing it, because some people do use the shards for something else, though most people obviously use it for diamonds because that's the better thing to put it in. But it comes out to even more than that, around 10,000 gems. But yeah, spending those gems on keys instead, you'll get 1 mythic for 7,375 gems along with 21 legends, 111 epics. Yeah, and that's why you basically never buy the 50 packs. The only time it is ever worth spending 50 gems on the dungeon packs is on Sunday. And the only reason for that is it comes with 2 gem keys, which already counts as basically 20 gems or 18 gems, depends on how you look at it, as well as a celestial trait stone, as well as 80 diamonds. So you're basically getting more diamonds than you're even spending in gems. So in that case, it's worth it. But no, the instances on every other day where it only gives you 20 diamonds for 50 gems, it is extremely not worth it. I was doing it initially, but it is such bad value that even with how many gems we have, it just isn't worth it. It just burns through an extra 300 gems each week for almost no reason. Only took you 1,500 glory keys to get the new Mythic. Very nice. Also, hello, Humberto, if I didn't already say hi. Let's see. Oh, yes. If you're level 400 with Obsidius, you can definitely build a good team with him. Build Essence of Evil, Obsidius, and 2 other damage sources. What those are depends on what you own. But that's all you need for a team. And then you just spam Essence of Evil. You'll end up having a double curse into a 4x stun option, which will basically disable everything forever. And then you could just use 2 stats effect heavy troops or 2 just damage sources or whatever else you want to put behind it. Depends what you have. But the premise of the team is Essence of Evil into Obsidius. It's an insanely good combo now. It's basically the anti-trait combo. You can disable every single trait in the entire game that way. Curse to get rid of immunities, and then stun to get rid of everything else. The only thing immune is anything that has indestructible, which is only dooms, the raid boss during raid events, and the towers during invasions events. But everything else in the game can be cursed and stunned into losing everything. Even things that have impervious and be disabled by that combo. He'll poke us there. We'll go for 2 of these. Never mind, 1 of those. I keep underestimating how much damage it actually does. Especially with 7 extra stats. Hello, David. Hello, GJ Ram. Hello, Locked on Target. Hello, Stoller. Hello, Emos. Hello, Alex. Let's see. Hello, Explosion King. Hello, Zeddicus. Also, how did I miss so many chats? Let me see. Let me go back down again. Hello, Kraken. Hello, Dennis. I skip over a whole area of chat. Dervish could be good for a true damage team with Weaver, Crimson Bat, and Corvash. Yeah, true damage troops would gain the biggest benefit from it. However, I'm not sure if that would have enough extra turn spam. Let's see. How do you think it has 60% dodge? Isn't it 44%? Pretty sure it's only 44%. Or somewhere around there. It's a 20% into a 30%. So at minimum, it's under 50% for sure. Okay, what do we grab here? We'll take that for now. You used 29,000 glory keys and 12k seals. Hopefully you got it after that. Yeah, monsters do lack a half mana start, which is going to make them a lot less viable. Anything that ever lacks half mana start is automatically less viable, because everything's starting to have half mana start at this point. That, yeah, you pretty much just have to start with half mana. It's almost pointless not starting with half mana or full mana or whatever kind of methods you're going to be using around that. Just because there's so many things that already have it that not using one of those options just makes your team kind of pointless. Not always, but more often than not. If you're not using half mana start, it is not worth using, especially in a PvP context or something. In other game modes, you can normally get away with it, but specifically in the context of PvP, you should always be running either empowered spam or half mana start spam. Anything that isn't that is not worth it in PvP. Similar to Guild Wars as well. But anyways, at least more often than not. But what was the other thing I wanted to mention? But yeah. Same thing's kind of happening with this Mythic right now. This Mythic does not have half mana start, but give it 2 weeks and it'll have half mana start, and it'll be really good after that. Might even be one of the top 10 teams in the game for PvP at that point. Actually, it might already be, given that it's so good at countering stuff like Lust and stuff, as well as that one team that has those 4 things that resummon. You don't want to have to kill them over again. You just stun them and boom, kill them out. Works really nicely for that. Let's see. Hello, Mehmet. Hello, Radial. Hello, JZG. Oh yeah, how do you get Essence of Evil? You get Essence of Evil from 250 wins on Plague Lord Hero class. You obtain Plague Lord Hero class from completing out Darkstone Kingdom. Is it worth playing the class even after completing all level 8 rewards? Not really. Normally it isn't. Unless you're doing Leaderboard. It's sometimes what people actually do, which is kind of funny. Because the value of buying packs are actually so good for this game mode, what some people will actually do is they will buy up a bunch of packs and then not even use their sigils because it's so time consuming to do so. However, with the effective potions, I guess that will be a little bit easier to actually use all these battles now to try to make our Leaderboard run. But yeah, we'll make top 20 almost guaranteed for sure with how far we've gone. But yeah, generally you don't really go beyond 40, which you normally need tier 3 or tier 4 for, depending on how it runs. Also, do keep in mind, if you don't happen to get any of the portraits, like if you don't get that emoji pack, you will be able to buy them in the future for a small amount of gems. I believe emoji pack should be 125 gems, though I don't think we have an official number until they actually get released. But we'll probably find that out in about a month once the first ones start running back around, like the bone set and stuff. Oh yeah, I didn't bother showing those yet, but yeah, of course we did get several various things from that, like they have been adding every single time now. I guess we'll go over that real quick. They also finally added the first cash-only related thing. It's not actually cash-only. However, the only way to actually obtain it before they release it, like a few months after the fact, is if you spend money for it now. Yeah, the flash offer currently right now has a exclusive portrait thingy on it for $10. The amount of gems it gives is pretty decent, though you're pretty much just getting it obviously for the portrait if you want it for Cinco de Mayo. But is it worth it? Probably not. Unless you really want the gems or you really want the portrait. But do keep in mind you'll be able to get that portrait for like 25 gems in like 3 months from now. Of course, it will be like 3 months, so it will be a while. But also never buy that pack thingy for the legends. I mean for the mythic, or for both of them. Also, people keep changing my guild's thing. Anyways, what was the other thing I wanted to go show? Oh yeah, the emojis real quick. Any of you that wanted to see that, we'll go spam global chat with it. But yeah, we got a tornado, we got a hurricane, we got a cycle thingy, like a refresh, and we got a literal recycle, which is probably the most useful one out of them, though. I'm pretty sure all of them will find some kind of purpose. Like whenever global chat is lagging or something, go do the cycle. Hurricane season, not sure how often tornadoes will be used, but yeah, recycling out of those will probably use the most. But anyways, there's the bigger text. Nothing really too good in this one though, for the most part. Definitely not one of the better ones, but it still has some stuff. As far as the best one so far, I have to probably say that the gold pack is probably the best so far, just because it has something that looks like an actual resource. We need more like of ones like these that are like actual resources from the game. Would be really cool. Currently, the only 5 we really have is, for only 7 we really have, are the 6 colors and this gold. This isn't exactly the gold in the game, but it's close enough that it works. Let's see. Gems of War on YouTube upset. If anyone is interested, we will have a redeem. That's nice, but redeem code. Or we'll go use a chest. Why not? Soon. There we go. Anyways, hey, if we're gonna spend gems on them, we're gonna use them. Let's see. Anyways, where were we? Go and keep going down. How do you get Apocalypse troops? Glory, Gem, Guild, and VIP chests. However, there are not in the Glory, Gem, Guild, or VIP chests right now because the new Mythic is. Whenever the new Mythic is not in the current cycle, they are in Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests, or you can get them from Soulforge. Every single Apocalypse troop is a Mythic, though, so they are generally really hard to obtain. So at minimum, it requires extremely good luck or a lot of gems. I mean, a lot of diamonds, because they cost 4,000 diamonds each. However, they are some of the worst troops in the game to actually obtain, because they're not associated to a kingdom, because they're from Apocalypse, which isn't a kingdom. And they also have, most of them are pretty lackluster. Kind of funny, because I actually have an Apocalypse troop on my Nintendo Switch account. We have Def. It's the only Mythic we own. But it's kind of unfortunate, because Apocalypse troops are not really that useful, since they're not associated to a kingdom upgrade. They're actually some of the worst troops in the game, because they're not associated to a kingdom. Out of all the Apocalypse troop, the only one that's somewhat viable, for the most part, is Famine. But every other Apocalypse troop other than Famine is pretty much dead content for the most part. A few of them are okay, like Def occasionally, and that's about it. But for the most part, of all the Apocalypse troop, Famine's the only one that, as a troop, is actually useful. The other ones are pretty much just dead content, both in what they do for your kingdoms, because they do literally nothing, and just in actually using them. You pretty much just obtain them for completionist purposes, not to ever use them for anything whatsoever. At least some of the other useless mythics, you get it for a kingdom upgrade, but you can't even do that with those. Right, we might need to go switch to a actual hero class now. And we're starting to get to the point where Dawnbringer is no longer... No! Okay, good. Where Dawnbringer is no longer working. He almost escaped on us. What's he doing? Yeah, we'll do two more battles with it, I guess, and then we'll switch over to something that's not Dawnbringer related. Is there a good team without Dawnbringer? Mang. Any AoE weapon into... well, first, if you're doing it for earlier battles, any AoE weapon into... what's it called? Into these three things. The Sand Runners. They start with 75% and do some decent damage. And from there, you would just do Mang into 3 of them. Or Essence of Evil into 3 of them. Depends which way you want to go. I think we want to try Essence of Evil and try it out with... actually, we might even just do Mountain Crusher and test it out with Great Maul. That or Essence of Evil, I don't know, we'll see. I'll mess around with a few different options. Essence of Evil is always a nice option. Mang's always option. Any AoE weapon for the earlier battles are always an option. I just use Dawnbringer because it synergizes with yellow and kills them out really quick. Definitely is not a requirement. We'll move that over. Stuff a nice AoE there. Gonna need one more of those, and then we'll switch our team. Okay, let's take that skull for now. Grab all those yellows there. Do his thing. What do we need? We'll try for Sky Red. Nope, no Sky Red for us, but we get a blue right there, so we'll just take that. We'll poke us. Try for double brown, I guess. Go, random double brown out of nowhere. We'll try for, I guess, Sky Red then. Nope, no skies. Guy doesn't like us today. Okay, well, we'll just throw this down, I guess. I should probably get that ability down first, otherwise I'm wasting a lot of these things' damage. Problem is he's just about to drain me any second now anyways, though. Okay, he didn't drain anything of relevance, at least. I'm going to save this other ability because I want to make sure we kill with Dawnbringer. Let's move that down. Take our Dawnbringer. Okay, that should be enough to kill now. So we just do that. Boom. And then we kill it with Sand Runner. There we go. Okay. Next order of business. Let's go do Great Maul. Double Scorpius. Yeah, I guess we'll try this. And then Essence of Evil. I think we can get away with that. Okay, you know what? I think we can get away with this so much that we might actually go Dervish hero class. Let's see. To Dervish or not to Dervish? That is the question. I think we'll go Dervish. Why not? How much will it really disable us? Equip. I don't know, do we go not Scorpius now so we get more of a bonus? Let's see. To bonus or not to bonus? We go bonus. Get rid of Scorpius. What's viable that's a monster from here? Well, literally all of them are options. Oh, we can upgrade this thingy. What do you do? 30% chance for an extra turn, 30% chance for mana back. Yeah, you're not weird troop, but you do so little damage that, unless we're using that against towers, that's not really going to be useful. Against towers, it is really useful. Problem is, in every other instance, not so much. Alright, let's get that leveled. Actually, you know what? That's in orb range. Let's go use a small orb on it. Not what I want. That's also not what I want. We have 102 of them. Might as well use some. Like we have been. Okay, so he's max now. Anyways, what am I looking for? Is there really a proper replacement to him? I guess we could go Sand Runner. That doesn't really help us much, though, does it? None of these help us. A single one of these options really help the situation of the team. I guess we'll put this in front of Scorpius then. That kind of work. And then again, you know what? We could cover a red. I don't know. Do we just put him in just for the sake of putting him in? 25% chance to devour. Do we put that in just to have it? I guess. We'll put it behind the Scorpius. I don't know. Is that worth it for the bonus, or do we just go double Scorpius? I think we might just go double Scorpius. What's that stat difference? So that's all the stats we end up getting. So we're losing out on some magic, but nothing really uses magic. And we're losing out on a little bit of attack and HP, I believe, is what it looks like. Let me see. Let me check those bonuses. And now what does it look like? Let's see. It's currently 9-3-15-9. 9-3-15-9. Goes down to... Let's see. Let me just put that down real quick. 9-3-15-9. So attack went down by 3, magic went down by 3, HP went down by 6, and armor went down by 0, oddly enough. Really? Huh. Interesting. I guess just because the HP and attack goes up there. But yeah, armor is actually exactly the same. Yeah, yeah, I think we just go double Scorpius then. Get more value out of it. It'll make up for those stats within like 3 turns. Okay, and now we go double green for our banner. And 2 turn the essence. Where'd it go? There we go. Okay. We'll roll with this. Oh, let me change my traits as well. What's our traits currently set up to? Let's do Hunter's Mark. That is correct. All of these are incorrect, I believe. What is weapon count as an artifact or something? Yeah, artifact, so that's not going to work. So all of these are pointless. Doesn't matter what we set it to. 10% mana for them. Let's go with some free gold, I guess. 35%. I don't know. Do we go with 10% mana? We don't have any mana start, so why not, I guess. Create a dust storm, and all yellow allies gain 2 attack. That is such horrible, horrible traits, but we'll make it work. At least he gets 2 to all monsters every extra turn. Oops. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. I thought that was a different hero class for a second. But no, that's fine. Wait. Hold up, though. Is there a +2 green banner? There might be a better banner option than what we're using. What's a good minus... What are we missing? We're missing red, or we're missing blue. What do we have as options here? Oh, yeah, we do have an option. +2 green, +1 yellow. Do we have anything better than that? No. We'll go with that. +2 green, +1 yellow. There we go. Okay, we'll go with that then. Good morning, Mr. Thomas. Hello, Ayrton. Welcome. Do I have a good, powerful Holy Saint Astra team? It's mainly ran with Corvash. It's normally Corvash, It's normally Corvash, Tesla, Holy Saint Astra, and one other troop. What it is really depends on what you want to run. But normally it's synergized with Corvash and Tesla, and or. Okay, we'll devour that. Almost just devoured him, which has immune. Would have been a fail. Which actually puts us in a weird situation because I have no way of dealing with that at the moment. Let's see. Nothing good can get up from that. Got double hit on these. That's not enough damage. Is it 59? Actually, that might be enough. Almost. Need quite a bit more turns to go by, though. Or not, maybe not. Every extra turn gives extra magic, too. This stacked to be quite a bit after a bit. We'll go disable that, I guess, again. Oh, maybe not. Well, he just dies randomly to his skull since we have such high attack now. And how's Scorpius doing? 67, not enough. Gotta wait for a few more turns or a few more extra turns. Yeah, take more extra turns or wait extra turns. Okay, he's gonna drain us. Can't really help that though. Oh wait, I could have skull poked him. Yes, I could have helped it actually. What's his magic looking like? 71. Well, we could kill it next turn then. And he's dead. There we go. Okay, I guess we'll just use this then. We can still get away with using Dervish, even though it's ever so slightly slower at the start of battle. Your current team is starting to struggle, so you would be willing to try something new. Suggestions? What are you using? Normally, if you have to go through the game mode, you throw Mang on last slot, keep throwing the raid boss at it, and at worst comes to worst, even if you lose the battle consistently, you should be able to do all the damage to kill out the boss, if nothing else. But sometimes you do just get to a point where your stats are too low to actually progress further. That can happen. Worst comes to worst, Mang will win occasionally off of it, but you do eventually reach a wall. Assuming you have mid-range stats. Even at higher stats, you can sometimes still reach a wall, depending on not having enough options, though. I would say Essence of Evil, but Essence of Evil doesn't really help much. You're normally just better off, even if you're guaranteed losing every battle, at least guarantee kill out the entirety of the boss, so you get the full value of that. And even if you lose, you still win. Okay, this team seems to be working. Too bad it doesn't have a poison option. Of all the things I wish, of every single hero class, I wish would randomly have a poison option. Why don't you? It's kind of weird that this hero class doesn't, given that it can be used with Scorpius as one of the better monsters in the game. Yet, yeah, there's no poison here. Doesn't have any poison at all off its traits or off of its perks. You have to just do it off a weapon or something else on your team. Hello, Max. Is it 100% sure you will be able to buy them? Yes. It is 100% guarantee that we'll be able to buy them in the future. It's just that they're coming about 3 months after the fact. Hey, no, it's already 100% confirmed they'll be buyable. We just don't have 100% confirmation on what they'll cost. They have mentioned confirmation on what they cost, but Salty says they didn't. So, yeah, they said it, but then they changed it, I guess? I'm not sure. We'll find out. They cost after the fact. But they will be buyable after the fact. It'll just take a few months. Okay, how much damage do we have here? 63, that is not enough to get anything rolling here. Yeah, we'll throw that for now. Guess we can get one kill and just kill the other one with Skull. Try for Essence of Evil there. Skull, or both. And it was killed with Scorpius, should be plenty enough damage. Well, you should be using Mang first slots. Mang first slot into the Bargain Gary guy into any other two. Because worst comes to worst, you will auto win some battles with Titan Mang. Even if it's to the point where it starts getting difficult. It'll automatically win some of the battles. Just out of pure luck of getting Mang into a bunch of skulls. So why did I disable the one that doesn't have immune to power? That's a slight fail. Oh, even more so. I poisoned the guy that's immune to poison. Oh, never mind. They actually are both immune to poison. Oh well. Throw Devour there. And Skull Poke dead. Let's see. What do we need here? Go take that into Scorpius, I guess. Hello, William. Welcome. Yes, titles will be buyable. Portraits will be buyable. And emojis will be buyable. Based on what they said before, it'll be after 2 to 3 months. And portraits and portraits and titles will cost about 25 gems. And the emoji packs around 125 gems. So they might change those pricings. But basically, after about 3 months, they come back into the game for a buyable amount. And you would just buy them simply on that page, most likely. You just simply go over to like the titles page, and here it'll say something like 25 gems there or whatever. And then you click it, buy it, boom. Most likely how it's going down. What I'm looking for. I'm looking to move chat back to normal size. We'll have a full mana on that automatically, so we'll just wait on it. I guess we just take a purple for now. Get rid of Queen Titania because Queen Titania. Devour on something like the annoying Florian there, so we don't have to deal with all of its drain and everything. Then we go Scorpius, and that will pretty much be matched. Put that in there. Actually, any doubles of Scorpius will not be enough to kill. Wish I had a bit more damage, but it does not. It does every single extra turn, though. Every extra turn moves us one step closer to it. I'll throw that down. Hopefully randomly get a skull onto it. Oh yeah, there's mana drain on it, too. I almost forgot about that. Don't you have a 2 mana drain or a 3 mana drain, or do you have a 2 mana steal? Yeah, it's a 2 mana steal. Forgetting about that aspect. And she is not dead because of barrier. Fail. Scorpius is not enough to wipe that. There you go, let's move that over. And then we kill with Scorpius. There we go. Hello, Preserved Music. Yes, it is finally Friday. Glad it's finally the weekend. And there we go. Dervish level 54, one step closer. 40 more battles to go. No, we're definitely not doing all those right now. Even with potion effects, we might not necessarily do all of them. I will, though, to some degree, just because of Leaderboard, but we'll see. Because it is pretty slow XP for it. Still kind of strange that hero classes have barely a better. They basically have a worse EXP rate than spamming Explorer. It's kind of weird how that is. Buying it is still the quickest EXP, but of course you have a limited amount of gems, so you can't infinitely buy it. What do we grab here? Disable the core bash. Out of every single thing to disable, probably the most annoying. Biggest issue is we have no way of dealing with that stealthy. Let's see. We'll take that for now. Grab the essence up because we will be needing essence for everything. We can go get a double Scorpius down. Not sure if we want that yet. But we don't really have much of a choice. Take a skull. Throw that out. He's going to drain one of them. I guess we do it just to make sure he doesn't drain our essence. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get enough damage to close that gap. We're going to need a whole another Scorpius to kill him. Okay, he just gives us essence for free. Disable that slightly. And by disable, I mean pretty much just put curse on it. But that gives us our double hit, and then he's dead. There we go. And yeah, we just have these last 2 reward tiers. Then we'll probably mess around with something else. We'll come back to the class event a little bit later. But let's just get all the rewards for now, and then go and mess around with some other stuff, like trying to actually grind it out, or doing PvP with Obsidius or something. Okay, what do we disable first? I guess we do it on Valraven, just in case. Also puts it in Scorpius range. We can actually kill it right now. But we'll kill his Devour first. He's going to be easy to wipe out. Do we go for it now? Let me go for that Hunter's Mark. Oh, that brings it nearly to kill range. Throw that down. Oh, you have immune to poison too, don't you? Yes, you do. Why does everything have immune to poison? It doesn't have immune to poison now, so if we poison it, it will be poisoned. However, it still has immune to poison when we apply the effects onto it. So it still gets to live, fail. Fail, fail, fail. Okay, and he's dead. You should give Life and Death a try with those two Scorpions. Very underrated weapon. Life and Death. Isn't that a double hit weapon? Yeah, Life and Death's pretty solid. I haven't been using it too much since it came out, but it is a really good weapon. Let's see. Yeah, that most recent one that came off that one faction. Steal a bunch of life to gain absurd amount of life. It's kind of like that one book, except they made it double death mark. But yeah, it's a pretty good option. Definitely isn't bad. Let's see. What benefit would it really give us with this team, though? It'd be combining true damage with physical damage. We normally wouldn't want to do. I don't think it has any poison attached to it. But no, what would we need that for? Like, it hits the same enemies as Scorpius, but it's doing a completely different damage type. And we also don't need hero living. It's going to live regardless of what we do. Speaking of that, what do we do here? We ignore the skull for now. Take like 3 hits without it really mattering. Well, it gets a Essence of Evil on his first slot for now then, or do we do it on his Devourer? Probably do it on first slot. King McKill's pretty annoying. Wait, his Devourer doesn't have immune to Devour, right? No, it does not. It has immune to Hunter's Mark, which is basically nothing. Get rid of that. Okay, we'll take that down for now. We have double Scorpius, but nothing to really use it on. I guess we still throw a 1 for now, just to get it down so we can double poke him later once we get our second Scorpius back up. And now at this point, it's basically 1 skull and 2 Scorpiuses away from a victory. And it's basically matched then. We don't have a drop for. I have to give him those reds. Luckily we got that second skull because apparently that wasn't enough because he got rid of that death mark on him. But yeah, we won now. All we have to do is double Scorpius now. No matter what we do beyond that. Which I probably should have taken that skull. We could also just double skulled. That also would have worked, but there we go. We have that instead. And it was killed with that Scorpius there. I don't believe we lost a troop yet either, which is nice. We got 5 gems for doing something. What on earth was that task that we just got 5 gems from it? Let's see. Ah, we had something to use Drifting Sands a bunch of times. That's funny. I never picked this human one. I still haven't done the Damon one. Let's see. Go do 4 Daemons that all share a color. 3 Daemons that share a color with one other thing. Get those 2 synergized together. Oh, we also get 2,000 gold for it. There we go. Yeah, look at that. If we do all 3 of those together, we get 2,000 gold, 10 gems, and 2 gem keys already. I have no clue why I haven't done that one yet. Something about using Daemons I just don't like, I guess. Anyways, where were we? Let's finish out this event. And then mess around with the Mythic and leveling this hero class. I still don't understand why they haven't expanded this hero class, though, or reworked this game mode in any way. Probably the worst event of any of the events, from a reward standpoint. The class event events. Particularly the new hero class events. Because every single weekend-long event gets a buff. But the one for hero class is not for whatever reason. Really strange that it doesn't. But it doesn't. Wait, you have Fortitude? When did they add Fortitude to that thing? Whoops. Okay, well, should have done first slot. What on earth did that thing get Fortitude? Oops, I could have taken Skull to that. Oops. Making all the mistakes. Let's see. What do we disable here? Do it on you. He is not poisoned right now, though. Even though it may look like he kind of is. I would have to cast it on him again in order to get him poisoned. Bet it doesn't work on poison and bleed. Okay, so what we could do here, though, it's excessive overkill. We do that again. Now he's poisoned, so now we just get Scorpius to kill it. There we go. Even though he has immune to poison, he still got killed from it and poisoned. Okay, are you cursed? Yes. But not anymore. What do we do about this? I guess we just wait out the timer then. I'll disable on you. Double Scorpius him, and that should be match. Oh wait, never mind. She's not poisoned. Another one will do it, but currently isn't. That Scorpius will not kill it. I'm still gonna throw it though. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, did the base damage just kill it? Or did it get poisoned? Oh wait, was it cursed? If it was cursed, then it did get poisoned. Never mind. It's hard to tell with all the status effects on it. Yeah, we would be able to double shot with that weapon. I don't know if we'd be able to get it high enough to one shot though. You'd have to get it to 60 something magic. Which, I don't know, I guess given that these things have such high base, maybe it would actually get that high that quick. Oh, we could give it a shot. It does have enchant attached to it. Plus, Essence of Evil isn't really gaining much of a benefit from having higher magic we have right now. Okay, what do we do here? I guess we take this, try for a skull, and then throw down another ability. Could have gotten that free green. Oh well. You're gonna have enough, right? Yeah, 65. So that's match then. We won. Do this and then throw Scorpius down. And all we have to do is pass our turn to get Scorpius. And he's dead off Scorpius. We'll go try a Life and Death team real quick then. Let's see. Life and Death. We'll put that there. We'll put in. Let's see. To Great Maul or not to Great Maul? Great Maul. So we might actually need the Great Maul just to be able to clip off. We'll still keep the Great Maul. We'll keep it so we can hit a Valraven, I guess. In case it's not in one of the last two slots. And for our banner, we just go all in on brown and purple. Problem with that, it's minus yellow. Well, that's every minus that we don't have. We don't have that, we don't have that, and we don't have that. So let's see if we have a good +2 brown banner off of any of these. No. Really? There's only one. Not even the right color. Okay, is there +2 purple that does it? Yes. There we go. +2 purple, +1 blue over silver Necropolis. Necropolis, however you say that. But yeah, let's go with that then. +2 purple, +1 brown. Off of Brown Storm as well. Okay, we'll roll with that, see what happens. Okay, so we start with 31 magic. Take that 33 magic. And just keeps going higher every extra turn we do, as well as 2 per turn. And we just have to double cast it. Since we're already almost there, let's go get Great Maul though first. Grab that so we get our extra turn. Get a Great Maul onto whatever the biggest threat is, which I guess at this point is just right at Corvash. And we throw this a few times down. 47 will not be enough to one-shot. Grab that first. Well, it's a little bit higher than that now, but still not enough to get the kill. Let's see. Oh no, I kind of preferred how it was before. It doesn't seem to have enough damage. It's definitely never gonna die. Like, we could solo pretty much the entire battle just with it. But it seems slower. Also seems like more of a liability if there's a Valraven, since we're using less colors and everything. What do we take here? Grab that for now. throw it immediately. Actually, let me take a brown first. Get that Great Maul up just a little bit more before we throw that down. Let's have full mana next turn. Take that skull for now, devour his thingy. Go from there. What was your class team for Dervish class? What do you mean? We are doing that right now. Basically, you run Dawnbringer into triple Sand Runner, or any AoE weapon into triple Sand Runner, and then you shift over to something like Mang into whatever you have behind it. Whatever options you want to use that you have. You use Great Maul, you can use Scorpius, you can still use Sand Runners. Whatever you have. Because that'll double kill those. But no, I don't care for this personally as much. Maybe if it had a poison attached to it, because then it would actually synergize with the Scorpiuses as well. But it is not. That will not be enough to kill. Does get it pretty close, plus a death mark. Oh, what am I doing? Could already kill a Scorpius. There we go. But no, I think we're going to switch back to what we were using. Do you prefer it, personally? Let's see. Move that back down. Put Essence there. Your banner again. There's a banner. Get an Essence. Let's see where to go. Essence of the Evil. And there we go. Oh yeah, I mentioned it on the Monday video. Lately, I have been trying to cover it on Monday videos, whatever the class event is for the week. This one just happened to be a new one, but still, it's easy to cover. You don't necessarily need to use your hero class, the new hero class for it. More often than not, you don't need to. I'm currently doing it just because why not, for free XP, but also because the monsters gain some of the benefit from it. But normally, you wouldn't actually use the hero class in the class event, oddly enough. Okay, did we grab Skull? I guess, because it's actually already in kill range, so we just do that. Don't even need to take another, we Scorpius kill it. And now one Skull or double Scorpius kills. Or Essence of Evil into Scorpius also kills. There we go. Why don't I use Black Manacles? Black Manacles would work. That is correct. I just prefer having mana accumulation on the team. Because no monsters that we're able to use have any good mana accumulation. I'm using Essence of Evil for that. Okay, he's not poisoned. Let's see. However, I think we still poke at him. Okay, what do we need here? Try getting another essence down on something relevant. I guess is first slot at this point. It isn't really that relevant, but what else do we really have to target? I guess we could have targeted second slot, but oh well. Double Scorpius should be able to wipe that now, so we just take Skull to double Scorpius and that's match. And he's dead. Let's see. Is that the last reward tier? Yes, it is. And then we get our orb. Our useless one orb, but then we'll go mess around with some Obsidius and some PvP teams. Also, I might as well hand out a redeem code at that point as well. Might as well. Ooh. What were you mentioning earlier, Raven? Did you re-mention the team? We'll probably try it later once we do the rest of our battles. Because then we'll know how difficult each one of these is. Or not difficult, but you know. Actually, what we're facing right now is as high as they go, actually. So this is our practice area. Yeah, we'll be able to test a few different things and see what ends up working best. It mostly comes down to hero weapon that we choose. Because most of the other components can't really be much different. Okay, we throw this, hopefully get a random skull, and he's dead. Let's see, anything we can grab here? I guess we try, let's see, right or left? Take a left. Nope, didn't get it. Let's see, what if right have given it to us? The one way of knowing is if that's a skull right there. Nope, either way would have given it to us. And then it's dead. Oh, you did it with a trickster shot team. Yeah, that would make sense. We might try that later. Yeah, basing it all around trickster. Yep, there we go. Level 55 for the hero. Useless green orb that we just used earlier, so I guess it just replenished our useless green orb we used. Fail. And the rest of our battles goes towards leaderboard when we go mess around with that later. Anyways, we'll worry about that later. Next order of business is let's go level this thing and mess around in PvP. And potentially do both at once by using the new hero class. I don't care for that one as much, actually. Yeah, we'll stick with the Infernus for later one, I guess. Still can't really get the full potential, though. I wanted to have half mana start so badly. But yeah, we're not even using Dervish with this, are we? We're using Titan. Ooh. Maybe we'll need to go farm explore or something. Hey, also, let me go hand out a code. Let me do that for this battle. Before I forget again. Yeah, this team won't see its full potential until 2 more weeks from now. Once it does, it'll probably be around top 10 for PvP. Definitely a great utility against trait-related teams. Do I have any drop skulls? Not really. Throw in that gigantic mess right over there. Grab that right into an Infernus. And it just wipes out his entire team there. And there we go. Yeah, rope dart with a queen map team. That's like an old classic right there. Except you normally use it with Corvash. Kind of interesting seeing it with that. There we go. Oh no, class events do not increase in level beyond 40. Once you get that last tier, the difficulty that they are on that last tier is the difficulty they stay at forever for class events. Hello, Brushak, welcome. Oops, I almost tried taking green there if we're playing Essence of Evil team. Okay, don't kill hero. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Did we just die to that? Since when was this meta again? It hasn't been meta for like 2.5 years. Minus rope dart. I think we just lost to it though. Fail. Gosh, rope dart is good sometimes. Not always, but when it feels like being good, gosh, it can be good. Oh yeah, let me go. I forgot to give code again. I'm gonna do that right after this battle. I need to take this off. Why is it so cold all of a sudden? AC just like turned off. I guess because it's raining a little bit. Let's see. The water pump is fixed though, so that's why it's not on. Could just be because it's a little bit colder outside, I guess. Not wanting to keep it cold inside, even though it's actually warm right now. Yeah, we'll stick that. And it'll die to literally anything. So much so we can just wait a turn and it dies. There we go. Hello, Gustavo. Welcome. Anyways, code time. I hand out a code. Say hi to global chat. Go from there. And mess around with a new mythic and everything. Okay, so next order of business. Code. Code. See, let's go mark it down. Mark that. Copy. Save all that mess. Put that over here. Oops, that's not the redeem code section. Oh, it actually updated the redeem code section page. It actually tells you where your invite code is. Type your invite code exactly as it appears in the game at the bottom of the setting menu. Cool. Let's see. Click refresh, redeem, refresh, paste. And here's our new and improved redeem code page, apparently. There's the redeem code. Used on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code's found, whatever is underneath your settings menu, whatever your game says there. Redeem code's right over there in chats. Copy paste the random numbers and letters. And give same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. And what did he say, Booged in? What did he say? Let's see. You can use 3 Great Mauls and cast all 3 of them. Did they get rid of the one-shot thing on it? I'm pretty sure you can only cast it once. Yeah, it can only be cast once. You're not allowed to cast Great Maul multiple times. If you have 3 on your team, you can only cast 1 Great Maul. There's no way to multi-cast Great Maul. It's not like Zugoff where they got rid of the one cast on it. If you put 2 Great Mauls in your team and cast 1, the other one will not be able to cast. The Blessing Potions? Wait, does Bless actually still bypass it? I thought they fixed that glitch. I'm pretty sure they fixed that glitch. Or maybe they didn't. But what, does Bless actually override it? Let's see, move that over. I'm not going to do that method, though, just because it seems more like an exploit than anything. Even though it wouldn't really be too much better anyways. But we'll probably avoid it. Just in case. I have no clue what they consider exploits most of the time. Okay, what do we take here? We can take it 5 times and get a skull down there. I guess we'll go for that one. 2 different ways we could do it. We'll try for this one, though. We have multiple different areas we could potentially get a skull out of that. And it was go Apothecary right into the Obsidius. Can actually get his mana up, that is. One more brown will do it, so we'll do it that way, and he's super dead. Assuming he doesn't just wipe us out with a billion skulls right now. Which he might do. Okay, it doesn't matter where we do that. It dies. There we go. Hello, Christy! Welcome! Yeah, we're up against a bunch of bags. But yeah, has anyone else found anything good for Obsidius? We've mainly just been messing around with this. I will be messing around with that, of course, with the new elemental thingy. But haven't really found anything that can actually utilize its stun too well. Because it seems like something more so that you would put into your team, like when you know you're going to need it. Like, oh, they're running Lust. Let me go put a Obsidius on my team on this one slot that I'm not really using in order to counter it. But other than that, you wouldn't really use it too often, because a lot of teams you don't have to stun. And if you don't have to stun them, it's basically just like putting a weaker version of Infernus on your team. If you don't specifically need stun, it is basically just a weaker Infernus. Unless you're also using him for Stone Skin, but then again, well, when would you really use him for Stone Skin? He's more so a casting ability, more so than Skull Spam. Highly doubt you would ever really use him in Skull Spam unless you were using him in a pure Droxzoom team, which probably wouldn't happen anytime soon because Droxzoom has a really small amount of troops. What's kind of funny is despite it having 2 mythics, it is only a 7-star kingdom. It's not even 8-star yet, let alone 10+. It has a very low number of troops. If I'm not mistaken, it has the 2nd lowest number of troops in the entire game of any kingdom. And the reason for that is Droxzoom was the 2nd to last kingdom ever added. And the last kingdom ever added was Cinder Mirage, which has only got 5 stars. But yeah, Drock Zoom's at 7. Cinder Mirage is at 5. Apparently, Drifting Sands is at 9. I forgot to click on that earlier. It gives us a little bit extra tribute. Unfortunately, you can't reach 20 yet. I mean, 10. But that does triple the tribute chance, so there we go. We have, what, now 30-something%? 36% instead of, like, what, 24, 25, 26, whatever we had earlier. Somewhere around there. Probably more towards, like, a 24, 25. Yeah, there we go. 36% tribute. Nice. That'll help on our next tributes. Also, we got some event done. 300 or so of those. Let's go say hi to Hero Class. I mean, not to Hero Class, to Global Chat. Hello, everyone. I am streaming Gems of War on YouTube. That's it. If anyone is interested, messing with the new Obsidius Mythic. Oh yeah, we should go use another Essence of Evil team, I guess, with it. Mess around with that. We also just handed out a redeem code with various resources. Also, let's go spam all the globals. Why not? We go with recycle. You should go recycle. I'll put the thing right there. Recycle your redeem codes. I don't know. But there we go. Gold and recycle. Recycle your gold. Anyways, let's go spam a bunch of global chats for now. And then we'll go mess around with more of the Mythic and global. I mean, in PvP. All it is straight Obsidiuses and Doomclaws. Yeah, do keep in mind, if you open event keys, it will be a Doomclaw, not an Obsidius. Only in the Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests is the other troop, the actual Obsidius. If you open event keys, it will still be Doomclaw. You can never get the brand new Mythic off of event keys. Gold keys and event keys do not ever have it, ever. You can still get Mythics off of event keys, though. It's just whatever the weekly event is, and currently it's Mergrim Woods, which is... sorry, not Mergrim Woods. It's Urskea, which is Doomclaw. We'll spam up to 10, and then... Why is it not going to 8? Come on. Come on. And 2 more. Then we'll go mess with more Obsidius. Look at all the people trying to recruit for their guild. Gotta get into all the chats for that. They go deep. Wouldn't be surprised if we go to something like 50, some kind of random number, and we'll probably still see people trying to recruit. Yep. And there's someone trying to test. Wow, we're even starting to get other languages now too. Anyways, let's go back to Global 1 and back to actually doing stuff. So, where were we? Let's go and keep messing with various Essence of Evil versions of this team. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like this combo the most prior to us having half mana start for him. Just using an Essence of Evil into the double curse into stun spam forever. Because that stun really helps to actually be able to place this. I mean, yeah, stun actually helps to place Essence of Evil, oddly enough. Because it gets rid of all their other small immunities that they might have. So that we can place all the other ones. For example, if they're an undead troop, they would have immune to Deathmark, Disease, and Poison. But if we get that stun and then do an Essence, well, we'll be able to take all 3 of those effects then. That instance. Now we're just gonna throw this over here, try for a random skull, try for something off the top, get that over there, get an Essence of Evil down onto his troop there. Probably should disable the other one for the silence, but oh well. Worst comes to worst, just throw a poke at him. Not gonna matter much. I'll do another Essence. If you can get it, that is. Okay, now we'll just Essence into a Famine there. We'll go for Queen Map first. Actually, it doesn't even matter. Might as well skull kill it. There we go. You're off to bed, Steve. Starlight, have a good night. Also, hello, Christy. Welcome. You want to spend money up to VIP 5. You've bought the armor, the ring, and the gem sub. What is the most efficient now? The most efficient way now is probably exactly what you did. Definitely Death Knight armor. Ring of Wonder once or twice is pretty good value. And that $5, you shouldn't really buy the $5 daily gems anymore. They keep doing so many flash offers that the new best method of doing that is basically just getting whatever the flash offer is. Because right now, like even just right now for this, that is better value than daily gems. Daily gems would end up giving you 450 gems over the course of 30 days for the cost of $10. Whereas you can get it all instantly off of these. But yeah, but flash offers have almost made daily gems useless, as weird as that may seem. You should only really ever be going for the flash offers because they offer them almost like every week, and they're normally on par with the amount of gems, or sometimes even more. In this instance, is even more than how many the daily gems gives, and then it normally gives some kind of little extra thing on top of it. It's normally something pretty trivial, like right now it's just a portrait. But sometimes it has good things, like when it has that vault key. Currently, the bounty hunter week seems to be the best time ever. Not bounty hunter, my bad. Whenever they have a vault event, seems to be the best time because you can buy for only $2 a vault key and 90 gems, was it? Which comes out to what, 450 gems if you buy that 5 times, and 5 vault keys, which is insanely good. It's basically the daily gems bought twice, combined with the 5 additional vault keys on top of it, which is really good value. And vault keys average around 80 gems in loot or so. Anyways, where were we? PvP. Back to the messing around with Obsidius. Yeah, the flash offer with the vault keys by far the best flash offer. Yeah, the current flash offer isn't anything too good currently. That is for sure. It's pretty underwhelming. The current one that's available. Let's see. Get that down. An Obsidius on it. That is an extra turn, so might as well go for it. We're not. Oh no, we are frozen on brown and yellow. Actually, everything that's available for an extra turn on the board, we are frozen on. Go figure. Now let's get a famine down. How did that not kill? Let's see. I guess we throw another essence. Throw it on like the bunny or something. I should just throw it on the hero. Wait, what weapon was he using? Oh, he's using that Doom weapon. I was gonna say, what weapon uses 18 mana and is only green? For a second, I thought it was Essence of Evil, but no. It's the little Doom weapon thingy. There's not too many high mana cost green weapons. Actually, Essence of Evil and that are basically the only 2 even in the game. I will do this first. No, it's not an extra turn. Any dodges, this will be enough to kill it. If I did the other way... Oh, wait, that's not enough to kill? What are you doing? How low is your damage? It's because he keeps not doing that second hit. Feels more like only a 20% chance that he even gets to the second hit. Like it barely ever triggers. They really should make it 100%. Any decent substitute for Famine? Yes, Cockatrice. You can go Essence of Evil, Cockatrice, Obsidius, and Queen Mab, and do it that way. Also, we don't necessarily need Queen Mab. I mostly just have that as Disable. But that's kind of the whole premise of this team, is to have Disable. I'll get that down. Grab a freeze into that, into a bunch of stuns. They're definitely going to get frozen, even if they have immune to freeze. We're just going to stun it and then get frozen off of that. Also, do keep in mind that traits do trigger in order that they are placed. So with your Queen Mab behind your Obsidius, even if something has immune to freeze, Queen Mab will still freeze it on the exact same turn. And what I mean by that is basically that the stun will trigger first, and then her freeze will trigger. So even if in the exact same instance that you try doing both simultaneously, you will be able to freeze it, simply because the stun triggers ever so slightly beforehand, allowing you to actually place the freeze. Okay, and that should be match. We just throw Queen Mab into Famine. Or Fan Map into Queen Mab. Let's take another brown and do it that way. So that thing's just going to kill itself out, so we don't even really need to do anything. I guess we'll just hope for... I guess we'll throw something now. Let's do it that way instead. Oh, that is kind of funny. You know what? I didn't think about that. Has anyone actually been keeping exact track of how many times Obsidius has been casting? There might be a chance that they changed the text to 50%, but they might have kept the actual capability of the ability at 20%, because it originally was going to be 20%, but then they buffed it to 50%, and they should really go buff it to 100%. But, yeah, they might have buffed the text, but not buffed the troop. That would have been a fail. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time. But yeah, has anyone been keeping track? Like, exactly? It might actually be 20%. That's kind of funny. And they might have just forgotten to change it. That'll probably be fixed by tomorrow or so, though. Definitely by Monday. It is pretty funny if that's the case, though. What is the fastest way to get gems for a free-to-play? Treasure hunt. Generally, you also want to be in a good guild and get all your weekly objectives done and stuff like that. However, if you're looking for an infinite way to get gems, treasure hunt's always the best method. It's around 50 gems to 70 gems per hour or so. 50 gems if you just rush through your maps as quickly as possible, and 70 gems if you rush through your maps as quickly as possible and then use all the gold you get and all the glory you get on the respective keys. Okay. But yeah, treasure hunt's still the quickest way of gaining infinite gems. If you're looking for an infinite farming method. Most people later in the game don't really do it for that, though. Most people in late game actually get most of their gems, oddly enough, from tributes. I keep underestimating how many gems that actually is. But I get anywhere from 500 gems to 1,000 gems per week just off a tribute. Not even counting anything else. And we get like 390 from the guild. We get a bunch of savings from legendary tasks. We get several hundred from daily tasks and various what's it called? Various daily objectives and event objectives. And the other thing that we get them back from, even though it doesn't seem like we don't necessarily profit off them, but weekly events. Like obviously during guild wars and stuff, you actually profit off them. But you are technically still earning gems during things that you are spending a lot on. Like even during Bounty Hunter and invasions, raids, stuff like that. Even though you're spending quite a bit of gems into them, you're still technically earning gems through them. So you're getting some of your gems back. Not a lot of them, of course, because it's giving you other loot mostly as your reward. But that still compensates for some of it. But yeah, I don't even need to skip lust teams at least. That's probably one of the only few benefits of constantly having Obsidius on your team. Though, I wouldn't say it's normally something that you would just keep constantly on your team. It's more so something that you put into your team to counter stuff, rather than keeping it there forever. At least until we get that 50% mana start where it can be used for literally everything. But at this current moment in time, you really only put him into your team when you need to counter something. He's pretty good against this lust kind of stuff. So all we have to do with this particular team is, especially the Essence Evil version of this team, is just throw this at his hero. And, okay, never mind. And we still lose to it. Amazing. But normally all we'd be able to do is just throw that at his hero, get that disabled, and then just rush it down with everything else. But never mind. Okay, plan B. We could probably still win this. It's not over. Oh, almost. Never mind. It's over. No, it's not over. He sure doesn't want to go down, though. But we'll take a famine here. He has stone skin. Hey, we're actually using his stone skin for once. So we'll do that. Queen Mab gets a free hit. Doesn't actually kill anything. Put this down. Hopefully get something out of it off of there. Nope. Okay, we did get a Ram Skull. Watch Lust somehow still find a way to win. We'll take that down. Come on, somehow get a skull. Come on, Sky Skull. You know you want to. Nope, didn't get it. Oh, didn't even need it. There we go. Oh, that was almost bad. That was almost very bad. And apparently we got a bunch of genie lamps to go kill. Other treasures. Replace Famine with Possessed King. Yeah, we can go down that route. So there's going to be using Essence of Evil as one of our main damage sources, though. I guess we could throw one Possessed King in there and hope for a convert. Go try it real quick. Whole point currently of Queen Mab is just to make sure we have multi-disable. We have stun all enemies, freeze all enemies, disease all enemies, and drain all enemies combination, and of course disable literally everything off of Essence of Evil. It's kind of funny how Essence of Evil has turned into the new Dragon's Eye. Like, as soon as they nerf Dragon's Eye, it's like, here's a new Dragon's Eye. It doesn't work on literally everything like Dragon's Eye did, but it still covers nearly everything. Let's go try it with Possessed King. Really, both of those true troops we could replace out. Both Queen Mab and Famine aren't technically needed, so let's actually go replace out both. So let's get that out. Because the base of this team is Essence of Evil into Obsidius. That's the only thing that matters from this team. Everything else is optional. Let's get a Possessed King in there. And what are we still missing at that point? Yellow, and that's it. Yellow. So what's the best yellow that is good for, I guess, damage? We don't really need much mana since we just put Possessed King onto our team. We got a Weaver. We got a... I need cast damage more so than skulls. We got a Cockatrice. Cheap option would be to put a Cockatrice in front of Obsidius. So we go Essence, Cockatrice, Obsidius, Possessed King. Divinia would keep us alive, but wouldn't help us win quicker. Finish Bala would be weird on this team. Famine we were just using. Guard wouldn't fit in this team. Goblin Rocket would be a little bit too underwhelming. Hellcat doesn't really... Oh, High King Iron Guns. Ha! No. Doesn't have enough Devour for PvP. Especially in the context of this team since we're running so many things at multi-shot. Oh, no, maybe. I don't know. We could actually fit it in. Ha! Infernus. I don't want to have to go that cliche, but if we really have to, we just put Infernus into this team. I don't know. Do we just do that? We might just go with that option. Didn't want to have to bring Infernus back out because that's like such the obvious synergy. If you were to use something with it, obviously just synergize it with Infernus. But I'm pretty sure most people actually do own Infernus these days. It is one of the pretty much best first crafts in the game. Yeah, let's go with this for now, I guess. Why not? Let's go Obsidius Rush. Or I mean Infernus Rush. Essence of Evil Rush into Infernus Rush into Obsidius Rush into whatever our follow-up is from there. So there's like no green on this board, though it might not even matter that much because it's going to keep creating color for us. Oh no, the Lady Morana. The last time I said Lady Morana was bad, Princess Elspeth got a random Lady Morana and then instant killed us. Probably one of the funniest moments I've ever seen in this game. Was when that happened. Instant karma. Yep, just like that. Just like that. Exactly so. Case in point. She's really consistent at that too. Like whenever I say she's a bad troop, she will instantly get it off of Princess Elspeth into instant kill. Okay, we'll move that over. And it's normally before she even gets summoned too. Let's see. We'll go and get that disabled. So it stops converting them into other troops. So I'll just have weaker stats. Go to Infernus. And it was kill it with Obsidius. And that's match. Dead. Oh yeah, I forgot about the AI percent chance. Yeah, Lady Morana on AI control is like 90% or so. No, Lady Morana is normally pretty consistent from both sides. Everything is. It seems like it's everything's actually stronger under AI because you only pay attention to the times when it actually gets you. What's the name of that legend coming in 2 weeks? I actually forget his name. Let me go double check. I completely forget his name. He's the legendary from the new faction. But yeah, he's coming on the 17th from the new faction of Sunken Fleet. And where's the legend go? There it is. And it's called the Mirage Queen. Yeah, that's Mirage. The Mirage Queen is what it's going to be. And it is an elemental construct. It's basically a boat. But yeah, it's basically a boat. As weird as that may seem. But yeah, Mirage Queen, it's a boat. It curses all enemies, which is insanely good with Obsidius. It's one of the reasons why we're even using Essence of Evil right now, is for the double curse. But it'll be not only the new best curse option, but it'll be perfect synergy with Obsidius, because all you do is you throw the Mirage Queen, that will curse all enemies, then you just get one extra turn, and now you have just disabled every single trait and immunity that the enemy has. And unless they have Indestructible, it doesn't matter what they have, you would have disabled everything. If they have Impervious, if they have Mana Drain Immune, if they have whatever's, it would be completely disabled. Like even something like this, something that normally wouldn't be able to be stunned, you could get it done within one turn, basically. You throw down that ability, you get them all cursed. You throw down one extra turn, you get them all stunned, and you just got your entire team disabled. It's going to be an insanely good combo. It's going to be Mountain Crusher and Furnace, Obsidius, and the Mirage Queen. It's going to be one of the best teams in the game. It'll have one of the best disable synergies for traits of any team in existence. Actually, it might be literally the best as far as disabling traits is concerned. Because it would have one of the best curse... it would have the best curse into stun synergy in the entire game. Nothing would have a better synergy as of that moment once it comes in. Currently, the best option we have is Essence of Evil into Obsidius. But soon it'll be the Mirage Queen into Obsidius. And Mirage Queen has half mana start to all elementals, which includes Infernus, it includes the Obsidius, and whatever you happen to use for your other slot. However, unfortunately, there is currently no hero class that is elemental. However, you can use Titan's final trait. Oh, never mind, this isn't Titan. But you can use Titan's final trait in order to give it elementals extra magic, which help out. But yeah, the Mirage Queen, basically what it does is it, let me read the full ability. 15 mana cost, blue-red. It curses all enemies, converts all green gems to Doomskull. It has 9 extra life and delves, which are pretty much going to be pointless. It has 33% score reduction, which again is also going to be kind of pointless because you're most likely just going to be using it in the last slot in most instances. And the most relevant part about it is, other than its curse option, is all enemies start with, all elementals start with 50% mana start, which is where most of its value comes from. Also, it is an elemental itself, so it does start with half mana. But yeah, the whole synergy with it is you throw down Mountain Crusher, you throw down the Mirage Queen, you then take one extra turn and you just curse stunned every single trait into nothing, as if they don't even own traits. And yeah, then you just use it as standard Infernus into Obsidius. It runs kind of like how, not exactly, but it would run very similar to how Divine teams used to be. Like with, back when Infernus into Ubstate used to be used. Not exactly the same, but it'd run really similarly to that. Where your first slot is basically hero with mana generation. Your second slot's Infernus, same as what it was on the other team. Your third slot is something that just does extra damage, which is the Obsidius. And your last slot's that one disable. Actually, in the case of Divine team, it was more so a skull spam option. But in this time round, it's going to be a disable. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting concept, to say the least. What's the name of the... Oh, sorry, I already answered that. Oh, he just used Dragon's Eye. Wait, people still use Dragon's Eye? Hold up. Since when do people still use Dragon's Eye? Well, people finally stopped after it got nerfed for the second time. Apparently not. Because, of course, the new Dragon's Eye is just using Essence of Evil. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. What color would it be missing if we had a red-blue like that? Would we even be missing anything? I think we would just be missing green, but it converts perfectly. It converts all green into... yeah, that would be it. because our team would be Mountain Crusher in there. So we'd be covering brown, red, yellow, purple, and blue because the group is red-blue. So yeah, we'd be covering every color except green, but it converts all green to Doom Skull, so that works too perfectly. And then we would just run some kind of minus green banner, which would probably be what's a minus green banner? Oops, that's not what I want. Banner. And then you'd most likely just run that with +2 red, +1 purple. Perfect. Yep, it has a perfect setup then. Because you wouldn't need to bother putting a +1 into your Mountain Crusher. Well, I guess you could do that too. +2 yellow, +1 brown. Depends which way you want to play it, but I'm pretty sure you just go +2 red, +1 purple. Since there's 3 of them that uses reds, as well as 2 of them that would use purple. Yeah, it will be really interesting to see how that legend pans out. Because Obsidius might be an okay troop right now, but it'll be almost game breaking when that elemental comes out. It'll be pretty fun to see. A little bit unfortunate that we don't get to see its true potential initially, though. Okay, we'll go move that over. Grabbing the furnace down. Also, I just realized I'm trying to play this battle seriously, yet we're up against 4 bags. We're up against 4 bags of gold. There we go, there's a serious team. Oh yeah, Nintendo Switch doesn't have flash steals, that is correct. I don't believe any console version has flash steals. I believe it's only a PC mobile thing. I'm 100% certain on that, but I'm pretty sure they've only done it for PC mobile. Oh, so I think we just lost. That is what this team normally does. Infinite loops. Well, we got a summon there. So it's just blocking our mana, so it doesn't really help us much. Yeah, 21 to the 2 strongest enemies? That is ridiculously weak. Boosted by enemies that have full life and full mana? That is super, super weak. Be more like a 10 times boost ratio. So I guess that'd be a little bit too OP in early game. I think we lost here. We might not have enough damage to kill through. We need like 3 more casts to break through that. Let's see. Also, that's another reason why we need that curse spam off that boat. Yeah, counter bless. Because curse does counter out bless. Okay, come on, Obsidius. You got this. Solo the rest of your team. What do we take here? Okay, grab that, grab that. We have like a billion stuns on them. Still can't do anything to that bless though. We'll try it over here. Try for it off the top. Wait, I don't want to do it there. There we go. Do it right there. We've gotten a skull there. Maybe I should have done it there. Whoops. Well, let's take that for now. I kind of want to go for it. Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten a skull there. He pokes us, not too big a deal though. Let's grab that, get full mana, and that should be a match. That's enough to kill right now. Take a skull and then it's enough to kill. Oh, that was a weird way to win, but we won. There we go. Oh, Flash Steal is on Xbox. Anyone on PS4? Let's see. Do we skull? Probably don't need it right now. Take the red for now. Grab all those yellows. That gives us full furnace. That then gives us essence. We then disable out his hero. And that should pretty much just be matched there. Go move that one over. Grab a nice furnace into there. Actually, I'm going to grab those browns first. Get another essence onto something. How about your lust? So you're already stunned, so we don't really need to worry about it much. But now we really don't need to worry about it. That dies the death mark, luckily. Oh, we even got a 10% chance to convert on him. Nice. Do you guys remember when that was broken with 100% convert? Good times, good times. And he's dead. Yeah, Nintendo Switch doesn't even have portraits yet. Or the whole new chat system. It should be getting that next patch. When we're getting next patch, we don't know, but it should be hopefully by the end of this month. Are you thinking about a team to counter Mirage Queen when it arrives? A lot of stuff will counter it. Mana Drain will probably be the biggest thing that counters it. Because most teams with it are just going to be running pure damage. So Tina would be decent counter. Really just about anything is. The whole point is just to not use anything that is super trait dependent on it. As long as your team doesn't really need traits at all, you'll be fine. Because almost all of its damage, regardless of how you build it, is going to be spell damage. But no, it shouldn't really be hard to defeat. But it's going to be good to defeat other teams with. If that makes any sense. Like, the AI is going to be horrifically bad with it, most likely. But who knows, maybe not. But it's just going to be really good at disabling traits. As long as you're just doing some kind of, like, rush, like a mana drain spam, or just rush down the top from bottom. Because scroll spam will still tear it apart decently. But no, it shouldn't really be an issue, that team. Speaking about teams that aren't an issue, triple lusts. An extra turn, you're done. We'll move that over. Grab, what is our Essence of Evil mana? For now. Still no Essence of Evil mana. No extra turn either. There we go. Oh, I thought you had mana. Oh, you drained it by 2. Well, we could do the exact same thing back to you. There you go. No mana for you. And a smash. Oh, I just made it get higher durability. That's a fail. You want to do that? How much we can do to counter that, though? It just randomly happens like that. And there we go. Yeah, the flash sale that's currently available right now is okay. It's not anything too excessively good unless you just really want that portrait of the skull. I saw someone with it earlier. I don't think I've seen it on stream, but it pretty much looks exactly like it shows in that little icon. Not really any different. I'll take that for now. Grab our purple going. Grab all that. Get Infernus down. Hello, Haley! Welcome! Yeah, we might go head back to the class event soon. I still need to get more PvP done this weekend. Oh, we also need to go make leaderboard for the class events. Actually, that's probably our next order of business after this battle. Go try making a leaderboard for class event. Not sure how many more battles we need for that. Should only be about 10 more. Unless people went crazy with it within the last hour or so. Take that skull. Also, why is your durability so high? Oh, you're using crown. That's why. I would explain it. You're using crown. Okay, let's move that over. Get all that going. Grab all those browns. Everything else just keep getting together. Get all that. Throw a this king down. And now he's disabled into something that can easily be one-shotted. And then we just kill it dead. Furnace. Oh, or that. Yeah, code has already been used up. We had quite a bit more viewers earlier because of the fact that we're going over the Mythic and everything. So it did die pretty quick, unfortunately. We'll have another one later tonight, though. Yeah, that's what that portrait looks like. Let's see if we can actually find anyone in chat with it. I saw one person earlier. Only seen one person total with it so far, though. Anyone who's bought it is probably using it right now, though. I don't see why they wouldn't be. There we go. But yeah, that's what it looks like. See, can we get it on large image? See how large we can get it. If anyone's interested in it, that's what it looks like. Wait, where'd it go? There it is, but that's what that looks like. Yeah, it's basically just that skull. It is the only skull icon we have, though. If any of you want that for that. Of course, the main reward it has is the gems that it comes with. And keep in mind, you'll be able to get that 3 months after the fact. For probably like 25 gems or so. Being really cheap. Anyways, let's go back to class events. Well, so we already finished out the class event, obviously. But we still have plenty of battles left, which we'll be using for leaderboard and stuff. Main reason I got that many is just so we wouldn't have to spend as much time leveling up the hero class. But this is what we're currently using for this Great Maul Essence Scorpius. And it's been working out pretty well. Someone mentioned something with Trickster Shot earlier. Not sure if we're going to switch to that. We definitely have the damage for it. The only problem with that is we keep killing one at a time. But then again, I guess what we're kind of doing right now is also killing one at a time. That is also pretty much what we're doing right now. Especially with Great Maul and everything. And Essence of Evil. But Scorpius can kind of double kill. Let's see. To Essence or not to Essence? I guess we'll Essence that one. And it just pops. And I'll throw a preemptive Scorpius and now 2 Scorpius wipes. By this point, 1 skull just wipes. And I did get poisoned, so now Scorpius is in kill range. And we only need like 9 more battles to reach leaderboard. I think it was even a little bit lower than that. Of course, we'll need way more soon. But at this current moment in time, we only need that many. Okay, what do we grab here? I guess we take yellow so it bleeds in a little. Get Devour on one of the more annoying things like a summon. Throw an Essence down to disable Queen Isabel, the other somewhat annoying thing. But also allow us to instant kill it off of Scorpius. Before I do, let me grab that though. That down. Get an Essence down onto you. I should have done Essence on the other one, so we could have gotten rid of Death Mark. I mean, I could have gotten rid of his score reduction, I mean. But oh well, let's just still be one-shot range. No, it isn't. No, I should have Essenced him. Oh well, it's not that big. No, we could have won with that skull if I did the other way around. Rip. Oh well, he'll still die to something quick. There we go. Didn't take too much longer. Only an extra 5 seconds. Hey, level 56 on the hero class as well. Nice. Yeah, we only needed 46 for it, but we'll go to 50 for now. We'll probably head back to PvP. Worry about the rest of that later. Actually, maybe not even PvP. Maybe we'll go try leveling this hero class, power level and explore or something. That would give us the quickest EXP we could possibly get off of it. Because I do want to try getting it to level 70. I wanted to get it to level 70 before I show it for a video. Because it being level 70 is the whole point of even using the hero class. Is for the 30% dodge it has into a 20% dodge. Making it the highest dodge in the entire game. It'd be kind of pointless showing a video on it if we didn't have it. Even if we can't really show it off too much because of bad luck. Yeah, I still have to have it because that'd be kind of weird. Showing a hero class without its main perk, which is highest dodge in the entire game. It's pretty much the only reason you would ever use this hero class. That or monster synergy. But there is almost no monster synergy with this thing whatsoever. But once more good monsters come into the game, this hero class might get a little bit more relevant. Especially if we ever get 50% mana start on monsters. That would be the biggest thing that would make it relevant, this hero class. But until then, it'll be one of the worst hero classes in the game, probably. I don't know, we'll mess around with some more monster stuff later. Definitely will before I ever get around to that video. Maybe there is some kind of synergy for it with like Kraken or some kind of other weird thing that ends up working out really well. However, I don't think so, because you can already do the same thing pretty much with what's her name, with Hyndla. Hyndla has that +2 magic with giants, which are pretty good. Yeah, that wasn't particularly game breaking. That's basically what this is, except it also has attack and armor attached to it, rather than just HP and magic. The problem with it explode though is you can't use explode and it's 30% dodge simultaneously. If you were using the explode, you wouldn't be able to really utilize the dodge on the hero class at all, which you don't necessarily have to utilize it for. But yeah, if you're using it in the context of a monster team, there might be instances where you don't actually put it in first slot. Kind of like right now. You might end up putting in something like third or fourth. Probably third or so. But yeah, you would have to sacrifice, regardless, you would have to sacrifice your 44% dodge, or I should say your 30% extra dodge for the explosion, which in some instances will be worth it, though in most instances wouldn't be worth it. Just depends on the team composition. Okay, we need green. Where's Skull? Skull works too. Who would use dodge perk instead of explosions? If you're up against Skull spam, you definitely would want to. And that's pretty much the whole point of a specific hero class at this point, is using hero classes for things that they excel at. Because why would you use monster thingy with explosion when you could just use it with a better hero class overall? Unless you were specifically building a monster team, you would never actually need to use this hero class for its explosion, because there's already better hero classes that have that explosion, like Frost Mage and Titan, obviously, and stuff like that. But yeah, there wouldn't really be much of a need to. But you would still bring it out occasionally for its dodge, because nothing else has that ability except for it. Whereas many things has that explosion, and they do it better than Dervish. But yeah, this isn't a hero class you would use a lot, like at all. There's two instances you bring it out. For monsters, and if you need the highest dodge in the game. There's literally no other reason you would use it other than those two. Okay, what do we take here? Guess we'll take that yellow, even though it gives it a skull. Don't get a follow-up, doesn't look like it though. And now it has barrier that we need to remove. So we basically have to hit it twice, unless we get an Essence of Evil into whatever. The problem is, we can't even get an Essence of Evil rolling. And that's dead. How's that not dead? Now you're dead. Did they nerf Infernus silently? The explosions aren't giving extra turns? as they used to. They should be. They did change how its ability works ever so slightly about a month or two ago. When they fixed Tina, they also tried fixing Infernus's ability. However, that should have no effect at all on his extra turn capability. Any exclusive cosmetic pet for Xbox or PS4? Xbox should have one. PS4 doesn't, though. I don't believe. But Xbox One definitely got one. If they added it yet is a different story, but they definitely added one. It also reminds me, I never bothered contacting them on that. Probably should. Oh, it's their loss if they don't want me covering a video on it. But, I'll still go mention it to them later. Let's take that down. Grab a, brown essence in there. Let's need. Take a brown for now, try for that yellow there. Get a great maul in there as well. Grab all the other manas we need. Grab those yellows. And it was throw the double Scorpius down. And he's dead already. After Titan, what other class should be max? Thief. To go directly into Titan, then go directly into maxing Thief. Thief does basically no overlap with Titan while still doing all the best stuff. It basically covers everything Titan doesn't cover, with the most noteworthy feature being it is the best hero class that has stealthy. It's probably the most noteworthy thing on Thief hero class. Best hero class in the entire game was stealthy. Throw that down. Now we could actually just double kill him with Scorpius and then worry about his first slot. Do with his skull into whatever. Oh, actually double skull, it looks like. He's Hunter's Mark, so we already won. Double Scorpius kill that. There we go. The power of Essence. Okay, how many more battles do we need? 3 more. Well, actually, we technically already made leaderboard. Ha! There we go, 98. But, all the way at the bottom there. Yeah, we'll do a few more. 50. Yeah, how high is the actual end of the leaderboard? Let's see. Though there's probably a lot of people that haven't used their battles yet, like ourselves. But, let's do some math on that. We are wearing the hat for after all. Anyways, Valraven calculations are always annoying. But let's just divide that by 4 for now. 7.75 times that by 2. Let's just say it's 8 actually. 8 times 2, 16. 16, another 4. So that's 8, that's 4. And that's about another 2. That's approximately 14 more. Though, of course, it could vary heavily. So let's just count that as at minimum 45. Let's just say we lose some. I'm pretty sure that's not happening though. Well, let's just say 45. That's probably closer to 50, but let's just say 45, lowball it. So where does 45 bring us from where we currently are? That would be 100 and... actually, yeah, it would just be right below 100. And then the being 90... or no, what am I saying? Yeah, never mind. It would be 92. Though it's probably closer to about 100-ish or so. But it'd be right around there. Like right between 3rd and it would technically be top 6 if they didn't move at all. So realistically, we're probably going to make top 20, assuming people don't go too heavy with it. And top 20 allows us to get double small orb into 150 gems, which isn't too bad. So it's going to take a bit of time to actually do those battles. To finish out every single one last of those battles, it's going to take us about another... I don't know, that might not actually even be worth it then again. Even with potion effects, it might not be worth using all of them. But yeah, even if we did do that, that's only going to get us a potentially 1 orb and another 75 gems back on top of what we would already be getting otherwise. And that's not too much loot extra. Given that it's going to take like almost 2 hours to obtain. We could use those 2 hours to get a whole nother chunk of EXP towards our hero. Yeah, it's so bad. This event is so bad. The class event. Don't even use all of the sigils most of the time. Because there's almost no point to. Because the only thing you're competing for at that point is Leaderboard. Okay, now he's double Scorpius. And he's dead. Off the second Scorpius. Hello, Akami Wolf. Welcome. There we go. Hey, we got a Valraven from it too. Yeah, we'll do 2 more battles and then head back to, I guess, the hero class grind. Which we haven't actually started it really yet. Well, technically we started it, but you know, we still got a ways to go. But yeah, I do want to start getting that to 70. Work it to 70. That should only take a few more hours of grinding at it. Let's see. Should we go do the full amount of math on it? I can go check that on this page. I guess we will. In a second. Finish out this battle first, though. Then we'll figure out the exact amount that we'll need for it. Down to the exact minute now. Might not go that far with it, but a really close estimate. Alright, we don't have a good drop for that. We'll just go throw an Essence of Evil into his last slot or something. Actually, you know what? I should have thrown that as Summoner. I was gonna get summoned and I can't stop it. Whoops. Let's... Yeah, there's no way of stopping that now. Grab that brown, double Scorpius him. I don't think that's good. Nope. It's 1 turn too late. No! Gotta summon. He's a summon, but a summon nonetheless. Okay, let's move that for now. Grab all of our greens. He would already be dead if it didn't have a meat shield in front. That's summoned. Grab that green, Essence of Evil, and is super dead now at this point. Okay, what do we need? Are you actually poisoned? It's easier to tell. Can't tell with all the stats effects you have over top of yourself. Too many stats effects. We could check by reading the card, but it doesn't even shuffle through them quick enough to really know. Find out in a second. Oh, never mind. That would have killed even if it wasn't poisoned. There we go. And one more. Oh yeah, let me go to get the exact math thingy on the thing real quick though. I'm curious what's currently sitting at. Oh, I didn't even need to go all the way out of this menu. I could have just done over here. Class, customize, XP. So what is that then? Let's see. Add that. That. Add that. That. 9. 70 equals plus our current difference, which is 42, right? 42? Yeah, 42. Plus 42, so that is exactly 874 EXP. We do about 180 per hour if we do Explore, which means it would take around 5 hours or so. It would take a little under 5 hours to fully finish out leveling this hero class. But that is what we need to do. And I guess we'll cover the video probably midday tomorrow then, because we will probably finish that out after tomorrow's stream. But yeah, we have to get 5 hours of Explore grinding in between now and the end of tomorrow's stream. And I can cover the video then, going over the new hero class and everything related to that. But, yeah. Seems like a plan. And of course, the quickest way of doing that is just spam Explore. Or challenges, either or. We don't have half mana start for the thing though. But that doesn't really matter much. Most battles will die in single Sunbird anyways. Yeah, farming challenges and farming explore are the quickest way to gain XP. Challenges are technically quicker, however, the overall loop, if you're in late game or end game, it's actually quicker just to do explore. And even earlier on in the game, you sometimes just do it because of the better trait stone drop rate and the better gold rate. But if you needed like a really consistent rate and just only thing you cared about was getting the hero XP, you would actually do challenges instead, as it's consistently the exact same easy battle every time that you can just one-shot with a consistent loop team that you would know would do the exact same damage every time. Yeah, you can definitely start running out of minor trait stones a lot, especially if you don't open up a lot of gold keys. Gold keys do give a lot of them though, but normally you have to put your gold into your guild. You don't necessarily have as many spares to be putting down. Yeah, once we get Dervish hero class to level 70, I'm probably never getting it any higher. It does not need any of its level 100 perks. No team that you would ever use it on would ever use any of the 100 perks that it currently has. So they're basically all pointless. I guess the only one you may use is the elemental one, because I believe there is some overlap in monster elemental. I go check that real quick. Let me see. How many monsters in Drifting Sands are elemental? Actually, there's a quick way of checking. We go to games, we go to this, go to fight, go to here. How many of these are also elemental? 0. Never mind, scratch that. Yeah, literally none of them. They're all literally just monsters. Yeah, scratch that. Well, actually, never mind. That just shows it from Drifting Sands. My bad. You can see what all the monsters are. Probably some kind of monster that's both elemental and let me see. Monster and elemental. How many are monster elementals? We have too bad there's no way to double search them. We have 1, but it's useless. So it's still 0. I don't know, I guess we'll count it as 1. You would never use it for that purpose though. We have 2. That one you might use it for, green slime. Let's see. That's a selection. Let's see. So you have 2. I could have sworn that Scorpius was elemental as well. Really not. 3, though that's also useless. There are only 3 monster elementals in the entire game. And only one of them would be somewhat worth using for it, and that is green slime. But yeah, that is like 0 options basically. 3 with only 1 being viable. So you really do not need to get that hero class maxed anytime soon. So having it at level 70 is also not really that useful, but at least that's the final point where it gets its usefulness from. If you ever were to use it for whatever reason. What are the best weapons that you get from hero class reward, apart from Skeleton Key? Dragon's Eye from Dragon Guard is still somewhat relevant, but most people just opt for Essence of Evil. Essence of Evil is probably the most relevant out of any of them that you get from Plague Lord, which is the Darkstone hero class. So yeah, I guess to scratch the Dragon's Eye, because pretty much everyone just runs Essence of Evil these days. There's almost no point in running Dragon's Eye now. But yeah, Essence of Evil off of Plague Lord, off of Darkstone. Skeleton Key obviously off a Thief class from Zejin. And that's almost the full list. Like, what else is like super meta from it? It's pretty much it. There's a few other that are like somewhat worth it, but there's not that many good ones these days. Or they do keep adding good ones, but you know, like overall, like super good ones. Like if I go through it real quick, like hero classes based on their weapons. Like let's just go to the troop menu real quick. Just go based on their weapons. So just off the weapons and nothing else. Useless, useless, useless. Pretty much useless. Interesting ability, but pretty much useless because its traits are just so bad with perks that it gets. Dragon's Eye is okay, but Essence of Evil is better. Great AoE for when you don't have Dawnbringer, but it's only uses one color and it's pretty underwhelming. Useless. Good in early game, but beyond that, it's pretty bad. It has 2 def marks, but there's a lot of other things that do that now, so it's not as good. Useless. Has a good drain on it, but it's mostly useless. Best weapon of any hero class in the game. Useless. 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 I actually forget what Sorcerer even gives. Or whatever it is, I'm pretty... Oh, it's that summoning book. It's useless. Useless. The other best weapon in the game, which is Skeleton Key. For high damage, concentration, extra turn, and gets a lot done. Useless other than early game. Useless and useless. Oh, and useless. But yeah, there's not much. So what does that bring it down to? That brings it to Plague Lord being the best because Essence of Evil is basically the new Dragon's Eye. Thief because Skeleton Key. Then you're moving to like... yeah, that's almost the full list. At that point, you're maybe moving to like Dervish for its weapon, Dragon Guard for Dragon's Eye, but if you already have Essence, what's the point? Frost Mage for its AoE thing. Mechanist has an okay little thingy. Necromancer isn't that bad. Orb Weaver has that little drain thing, but most of these you almost never use. And, oh yeah, one of these has that one spear thingy. Oh yeah, Sentinels, sorry, my bad. Sentinels is actually really good, my bad. Yeah, Sentinel is actually really good, my bad. That's actually probably 4th best then. I forgot, it has that armor buff thing. This is insanely good for, anything that has that armor tier thingy. So if you're using this on like a Tina, or if you're using it on, or sorry, never mind. I forgot, it's armor buff. But yeah, that's what I thought it was. For a second, I thought I read that as attack buff for a second. But yeah, it's mainly used for Rowain and Guard's Avatar, is what this is used for. Probably more so Rowain, especially if you're running it earlier in the game. My bad. But yeah, there is 3 weapons that are worth getting then, I guess. It's in order of, so what's the full order then? That would be Essence of Evil off of Plague Lord, then Skeleton Key off of Thief, then the Shield off of Sentinel, and that's like the only 3 you ever need. Every other weapon is pretty much useless, unless I'm forgetting another one here or there. There's that one spear thingy that does some split damage and gives a bunch of stats to your allies, but pretty underwhelming. I think Shaman has it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this thing. I've never been a huge fan of it. Some people like it, though. But it basically gives Hero a version of that one effect that Ketris has and everything. Or like a Rowain or something. But I don't know, I personally find it to be pretty underwhelming. Anyways, let's keep grinding. Teams for new Mythic. Mountain Crusher, Infernus, Obsidius, Apothecary. Essence of Evil, Obsidius, anything. And that's pretty much your best bets. Basically, use it with Infernus, or use it with Essence of Evil, or literally use it with both. With something like Essence of Evil, Essence of Evil, Infernus, Obsidius, and something else, like Possessed King or Apothecary or whatever you want to run for mana. It won't be getting its perfect synergy till 2 weeks from now, which is going to be Mountain Crusher, that is Titan, followed by Infernus, Obsidius, and the Mirage Queen, which doesn't exist for 2 weeks from now, off the new faction. Once that comes out, that'll be one of the strongest teams in the game. And it'll be the strongest stun disable team. Or it'll be the most effective team in the entire game at disabling traits. It'll have a 4x curse and a 4x stun. 4x curse off an ability that starts with half mana, and a 4x stun off a single extra turn. For only 8 mana, it'll get that 4x curse. And then that'll allow you to stun everything, disabling literally everything they have from a trait perspective. And no team will be more effective at it than that combo once it comes out in 2 weeks. Problem is, everything it's used for right now, you basically only use it if and only if you need a stun. But 2 weeks from now, you can run it against literally anything. Because with half mana start, that is greatly going to boost the effectiveness of both Infernus and itself. And with that much curse, it'll be able to actually use its stun properly. Because unless they have Indestructible, which is only Dooms from a player-owned perspective, you'll be able to stun literally everything in the game, including things with Impervious and stuff. Since Curse would just disable it. The reason you wouldn't go Essence of Evil, well, you can go Essence of Evil if you want to. But the new Legend already has that covered. Oddly enough, the new Legend has a perfect synergy for that. It removes all green, or not remove, it converts all green gems to Doom Skulls. So you don't necessarily need to have a green on your team, because the new troop that's coming out in 2 weeks converts the greens to Doom Skulls. So you already have a way to get rid of them. But yeah, you could put Essence of Evil there. I'm not sure. We'll try it both ways and see which way works better. But it's definitely not necessarily necessary to have green, because then you can go +2/+1 banner without having as much of a worry about it. I don't know. We'll test it both ways and see. Won't really know until we get to try it. Also, would somewhat depend on what we're up against. If we're throwing like 1 or 2 trophy PvP, we'd obviously run Mountain Crusher. But if we were doing like really hard 3 trophies, then we'd probably throw Essence of Evil. Also depends how dependent it is. We have to take Browns. If we have to take a lot of Browns, we probably want to use Mountain Crusher. Whereas if we're not going to need Barrier as much, we'd probably want to go Essence. I don't know. It depends on a lot of factors. Again, we would have to test it to know. Either or would work. Well, we'll find out soon. Yeah, I don't really advise using Obsidius too much. We were messing around with it quite a bit earlier. Still are here and there. But unless you really desperately need stun right now, I wouldn't really bother with him right now. Until 2 weeks from now, he's not going to be that viable. He's a good disable for now, but he doesn't have his full potential until 2 weeks. It feels weird that a Mythic is coming out like that, where it's not even going to necessarily get a buff or anything. Yeah, it's going to become insanely good a few weeks after the fact. They've done that with a couple of Mythics where they actually like directly buffed it. I think this will be like the first one that actually gets a gigantic buff simply from a troop being added, like nearly right after it gets added. Somewhat disappointing we can't mess with it now though. Oops, why did I let that happen? Oh, he just got killed. That good? Oh, he is. Oh no! He's using Thief, isn't he? No, he's using Sorcerer. Wow, what of all hero classes too? Did we just die to Sorcerer hero class? All things that die to. That's like the worst hero class in the game. One of them. Among one of the worst. Pretty close. That's not enough to kill his first slot, is it? Unfortunate. I guess we try for Sky Red. Sky Green. I mean, Sky Yellow. I didn't get it. Okay, we'll just take the Guarantee Red. Kill an Infernus. Don't you dare get the kill. Good. And hopefully we get that convert. If we get the convert, we win. If we don't, we lose. You're safe. You got Devour off that again. Okay. Yeah, this comes down to if we get convert or not. If we don't, we lose. Hopefully we get it. I mean transform, not convert. Well, it's the same thing. Ah, that's funny! He actually converted it into Obsidius. That's perfect. He transformed the troop into Obsidius. What's sad is we might almost lose to Obsidius. There we go. Well, that was a weird battle. See, that's what you get for devouring the Obsidius. You become one. You are what you eat. There we go. Okay. I'll take the green. That is pretty funny. You are what you eat. You devour it, and then he gets converted into one. Or transformed. We'll go through that down. Get another disable. What should you put ingots into first? Mountain Crusher, Mang, or Runic? Mountain Crusher +6 is the most important. Then Mang +5. Runic you actually never need to upgrade because you only use it for Arena for the most part. And in Arena, the perks do not have, they do not affect Arena. The perks of your weapon do not work in Arena. So yeah, you go Mountain Crusher +6, then Mang +5, then Mountain Crusher +9, and never ever 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 get Mang beyond +5. It actually becomes weaker. And with how much you use Mang, you should never under any circumstance to upgrade beyond it +5. And unfortunately, there's no way to downgrade it. So if you did do it beyond +5, just go all the way. Because I believe its negative perk is on +6 if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, they really need to do something about those. The negative perk things. Like, so many weapons have perks that make them weaker, not stronger. And even if a weapon has no perks that make it weaker, they still have perks that make it weaker. Because even just going and having any amount of perks makes the weapon's cast take about, on average, 1 second longer. Which counts as a lot of time. Especially if you don't actually need those effects. Mang upgraded makes no difference in 99.9% of instances, yeah. But it can still make it so it backfires, though. With the 1 red destroy. Or the 1 red create. I forget what it does. But it does something with 1 red. Yeah, the way that Mang is played, even if its perks were good, you would almost never need it. Because the Mang is like an all-in weapon. Once you start getting it rolling, you just instant one-shot everything. The only perk that would ever be good on it was if they were to add an extra turn perk on it, or if they were to add like a barrier perk or something on it, or even enrage. But it has none of those things. Thought it was bad to upgrade Crusher beyond 5. Ever since Essence of Evil, there is almost no point in keeping Mountain Crusher at +5. Prior to Essence of Evil, or even prior to Jar of Eyes, there was some reason to keep it below that amount of upgrade, just because there are some teams where you don't want a Brownstorm. However, like 95% of the time with Mountain Crusher, you want Brownstorm. Almost every team that you're running it with using Brownstorm. There are still those few instances where it's like, I wish it didn't have Brownstorm on it. But almost every single time you'd want the Brownstorm. And if you didn't want the Brownstorm, hopefully Jar of Eyes or Essence of Evil would fit into the team. Jar of Eyes at +5 wouldn't have any Storm, while still having that Brown Explosion. And Essence of Evil, even when fully maxed, does not have a Storm on it. Unfortunately, it doesn't cover Brown, though. Okay, let's go Essence first. Get rid of that hero so we don't need to deal with that or anything it might do. Try doing. Awareness down. Get our Obsidius down. I really shouldn't bother trying to figure out where to target it. It's going to waste time every time. Even if we use it horribly, it's better than wasting time trying to figure it out, because how quick these battles go, it's be worth it more so just to cast it randomly. Unless we're doing Guild Wars or something. Not sure if he's actually going to fit into Guild Wars. If he is going to be Guild Wars, he's going to be Red Guild War Day. Because once that new troop comes out, we'll have something in first slot using Hero, followed by Infernus, Obsidius, and the Queen. The Mirage Queen. And that will be pure red, assuming our hero weapon is red. So yeah, we might have a new Red Guild War to mess around with. I'm not sure if we'll have it in time for Red Guild War. But we'll have it. Oh, that reminds me. What week is the day of that trip? Is it a Guild War week? Is it a Guild War week? Oh no. Okay, when's next Guild Wars? Never mind. Next Guild Wars is next week, right? Oh, so that means we won't get to use Obsidius in it. But at least it's not overtop my trip. Let's... I didn't really mention much about the trip either. Mainly because I don't have an official date for it yet. I should know probably by the end of today or so. It's most likely 3 weekends from now. Let's see. And then as soon as I get back, I have surgery. Really minor surgery though. Actually, I think that we might just be doing the, might just be paperwork the first time, if not mistaken. Or if they're actually going to be able to get around to it the first time. Probably not. They always want you to go like a billion times, so they keep charging you for stuff. Let's see. Go and just disable that out. Burn a furnace. And we just do that into what would have been a kill if it didn't get converted. Fail. See what happens. Still not dead. What do we take here? We take. Also, the second shot of that weapon or the ability goes so quickly compared to Infernus's. Feels like Infernus takes like forever to get its second hit out compared to Obsidius, or it doesn't like near instantly. Not sure why there's such a difference between the two. Let me go double check. When is next Guild War next week? Am I losing track of the thingies? Yeah, it's next week. 2 days and 14 hours. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it would just be Tower of Doom. Oh yeah, I could easily have that done before I even go on the trip then. Right, that'd be... Yeah, that'd be 3 weeks from now. Because that would cover the weekend of 3 weeks from now. But, yeah, it would just be Tower of Doom. We normally have Tower of Doom done by, like, Wednesday. Not gonna be an issue at all. Anyways. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I really just try using this team on there to fail. This is where I wanted to move to, but that is definitely not the team we use for it, though. Not even remotely close. Oh. What's the best way to get diamonds? Just do the daily dungeons each day. And throw 50 gems down on every Sunday. And make sure you're in a guild that gets all tasks done. The 10th task of every guild task is diamonds. What level was your guild chest when you got them? Let's see. You got what? Were we referring to someone else? Normally, you only ever want to open up guild chests on level 20,000 or 40,000, so level 5 or 6. You should never do it any lower than that. When it's 10,000 or below, you should never do it. Or whenever it's below 20,000, you should never open up your chests. 20,000 is the absolute minimum, and ideally wait till 40,000. You try coordinating with your guild to save their purple orbs until like maybe once a month or once every 2 months if you really had to. But you definitely want to make sure you're ideally opening them at minimum 20,000 and ideally 40,000. So I keep farming with Grimwoods. I'm pretty sure we already have enough green-blue now to not need to farm with Grimwoods. I was doing this for all of Sentinel, so I probably already have it done. And maybe we go to Drifting Sands. We keep going to whatever kingdom it's affiliated with. Let me see, how's our trait stones looking? Our green blue is way, way above the point at which we need it. Oh yeah, it's almost at 400! Okay, let's stop doing green blue. Oh, what's the next lowest? 352 off of red looks pretty low. Oh, never mind. Lava dipped below 350. We're not base 350 anymore. Go fix that. Let's go to Urskea, I guess. Of those three, I think that would be the least annoying. But to Urskea we go. What made that drop? What uses brown red? Oh! Oh! Did I forget to? I did. I forgot to orb the Mythic this morning, didn't I? Because I was so tired this morning when I woke up, I wasn't paying attention. Did I think I leveled it and I didn't use the orb. Yeah, I didn't use either orbs. Whoa, I failed. Whoops. That means I forgot to use a green orb to level it, which would have saved us 7,000 souls or so, which is pretty trivial. But the more important one is I forgot to use orange orbs on it. Save us 21 brown red and 21 whatever the other one was. Whoops. Oh well. Not that big a deal. We have over 300 of every arcane that barely dents us. Plus we still have the orbs. We'll be able to use them for other stuff. Future. Though, of course, Mythics get the best value out of them. That did not mean to click back. Well, I used controller for it. Not gonna bother switching it, though, at this point. If I was grinding for a very, very long duration, I would. If we were to do this multiple hours, but we're only gonna do this for, like, what, another half an hour or so? Even that. I want to get a little bit more leveling on it. At least one more. Be level 57. Let's see. Grab that over for now. Why is this board so horrible? But yeah, that's enough to kill though. Oh, Undyne doesn't have its traits. How nice. Don't worry about Submerge then. Yeah, the chance of getting mythics from guild chests are pretty low. After you've gotten every single one of the sentinels, or every single one of the guild troops, the ones from the guardians, as soon as you have them all to 4 copies of mythic, they stop dropping. At that point, it basically doubles the chance that you would potentially get better stuff out of it, or really just normal troops. Because 100% of their drop table then becomes normal troops, rather than half of them being useless guardians. And if you really wanted to, though it's a little bit expensive to do so, once all of them are at Legendary, use a small Orb of Ascension on them. That would cost 6 Orbs of Ascension, which is a little pricey, but it would skip past the some of the drop table, so you can finally start getting other drops. Not sure if that would necessarily be worth it, but it depends how many blue orbs you currently have. That would or wouldn't. So in early game and mid game, you're probably using your orbs for quite a bit of other things, though. I know my other account's nowhere near getting to the point of bothering to waste it on those yet. But that's also because it doesn't have it anywhere near Legends. Not sure where it's at right now, but it's definitely not Legends. Let's see. Oh, am I still? Oh yeah, duh. I was gonna say, am I still using the monster thing? Yes, I am. Or deliberately still using the monster thing. Whole point, we're trying to get it leveled. I was gonna say, it's like, wait, it's triggering that trait and we're not getting any synergy with it. It's because, yeah, we're not supposed to get any synergy with it. Team isn't supposed to. Supposed to win quick. So that would be interesting. Maybe there is a monster we could put there. I don't think there is, though. I don't think there's any monster that has a way to split damage kill the enemy team, and even if it did, we need to have half mana start at minimum and have a 6 mana cost or less. Or, you know, 6 mana cost or less after the half mana, or whatever mana they start with. What is the best way to level kingdoms up? What level are you trying to get them to? Or do you mean level as in the base level? Like level 1 to 10? Or do you mean star levels? If you just mean level 1 to 10, spam PvP for gold. Is the best way to get them to level 10. Basically just keep doing PvP on 1, 2, or 3 trophy battles. Especially if it's a week that has a plus 400 gold troop. and just keep spamming it until you have all the gold to upgrade all of them. Of course, do other stuff in between. But doing PvP would give you the highest rate of gold. Nothing gives better rate than of gold than PvP. And that's throughout the entirety of the game. There's never a single point where PvP is not the best method for gold. Star levels, depends what star levels you're going for. From 0 to 5, you do it mainly by farming Explore, because that gives you... well, you basically need to farm souls and gold for that duration. And from 5 to 10, I forget what the main focus is. We mean to cover videos on it for these specific categories. The other video is going to cover soon, going over that early game stuff on the Nintendo Switch account. I was going to go over the 0 to 5 process. However, the process for 5 to 10 is quite a bit different. And I'm actually not sure what it is actually off the top of my head. I know what 0 to 5 is, though. You need to get... oh, what was it again? You need to get 7 troops to level 15. Oh, wait, never mind. It was 8 troops to level 15, and 7 troops with 3 traits. The harder part is 7 troops with 3 traits. Because you're going to be missing either minor trait stones, or you're going to be missing arcanes. More often than not arcanes. So that just requires a lot of playing to go and farm a bunch of trait stones. Quickest rate are exploring challenges. Treasure hunt isn't awful for it either. However, it doesn't have any particular focus on it, just giving you random ones. Whereas if you do challenges or explore, you'd be able to focus a specific color, as well as specific arcanes. So if it was telling you need to go get red, brown, you just do something like this kingdom, is Skea, or any of the other brown-red kingdoms. Or if you solely just needed like 10 more brown minor trait stone, you would go to Kazale challenges, as Kazale challenges would have the highest rate of minor browns. Every minor trait stone you would get would be brown, and it has a higher rate of dropping minors than Explore does. Explore has a higher rate of runics, arcanes, and celestials, which is helpful for getting those higher rarity ones. If you're just trying to get like more minors to try to get the last little bit, normally just opening gold keys or spamming the specific pure color kingdom is the way to go. Yeah, Kingdom Stars, we might need to cover some more videos on that in the future. It's like a whole topic in itself. And every single bracket of it's a whole topic in itself. But there's really only 2 brackets currently, but there will be more in the future. But the 2 brackets, of course, are 0 to 5 and 5 to 10. We're really just covering early, mid-game, late game, and I've still been meaning to cover videos for that too. Not just like an overview one, but ones that specifically go over each one. Just early game, just mid-game, just late game, and just end game. Because those are the 3 main objectives that are currently set up, for the most part. It's get every kingdom to level 10, which is pretty easy, you just farm PvP a bunch. Get every single kingdom to 5 stars, and get every single kingdom to 10 stars, or at least in the current state of the game, as far as they can go. And those are like the only objectives. Like the main one that almost everything is centered around. And the main reason those are the milestone markers is those are all the points in which you get bonus stats. It allows you to do content easier. Is the weapon related to the new class any good? No. The perks that it has are really, really bad. The weapon itself, its ability is decent, but the perks that it has are really underwhelming. It could be a good mid-game weapon or stuff, but I don't really foresee any instance where I'd bother putting it on a team compared to Rope Dart or something. Or Dawnbringer, or any similar other option. Even the Yellow Doom weapon, I think, would outclass it. In most situations. Major Orb of Ascension, you should either save it for Zugoff if you're going for absolute 100% completion, or... well, regardless, you should pretty much be saving it. It's Major orbs of ascension are kind of weird in that they are so valuable that they're almost a waste to use. If that makes any sense. But in the long run, if you're playing for the long game, you should be saving it to eventually craft Zugaf. But I don't know, there's not really anything too good of value to throw it on in short term. Maybe if you want to like you would mainly do it if you wanted to get something to around the 10-star area. Like there is one troop that's very far away and you're just like, oh, I just want to get this all the way upgraded. Those would probably be the bigger instances where you would use it. But no, I would say hoard your major blues. Did the stream just die? Like looking at it right now, it's like, nope, no stream. Why is it dead? Stream, come back. Come back. Okay, I think it came back. The yellow. Okay, anyways. Sorry about that. Stream went down. We're back now. Where were we? But yeah, generally, as a rule of thumb, I would say the thing to use a major blue on is Zugaf. Just always. And just save it for Zugaf. The eventual Zugaf. There's almost no other thing that's worth using on. Even if you save for Zugaf with every single major blue, it's still going to take over a year to get. More often than not. And if you don't save it for that, it's going to take even longer. And he is actually really good for some stuff now. My internet is as bad as yours today. Mine is always like that, though. Hello, September Blick. Welcome. Okay, we'll throw that down. Why is the durability so high? That's not enough to kill. For another sunbird. Oh, so have we still not gotten that level yet? Oh no, we got that level. I was gonna say, how did we not get level 57? Apparently it happened and I wasn't even paying attention. Well, I'll try for one more level then at this point. Get to level 58. Then we'll probably call it a stream for now. Get that. So if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Or the stream dies out again. No, just kidding. Let's see. Let's get that last level on it. Work on the rest a bit later. Still have about 4.5 hours to go on it though. A little bit less to get that maxed. Not all being done today, but I do want to have it done by midday tomorrow. For sure. I don't know, maybe we'll get it done today, but regardless, I'd be recording the video then regardless, so probably want to get it done around that time. Because I do want to make sure it's level 70 plus before I cover it. As its level 70 perk is kind of required for the only thing you would ever really use it for. The two things you would only really ever use it for. A 4x monster team would require its explosion, and the only other thing you would ever use it for is the highest dodge in the entire game, which also requires level 70. Both of them require 70. Hello, Lieb. Welcome. Best soul farming team is Dragon Soul, Fairish Ra, Umbra Wolf. You can also do Dragon Soul, Necromancer, Dragon Soul, Azurus, Umbra Wolf. You can do Dragon Soul, Azurus, with any hero class with Purple Storm. You could also do Dragon Soul, anything with Necromancy, into any hero class with Purple Storm. And all of those work as the better soul farming methods in the game. However, almost all of them are centered around Dragon Soul. There are some that you can do with Valkyrie too, but generally Dragon Soul ones are the better way to go. Dragon Soul is one of the most important, if not the most important, legendary in the game, particularly from an early game perspective. Later on in the game, you use them very, very minimally. But, oh, great troop. Why don't I use Mechanist Bombot's quick farm team? It's not really needed anymore. It would still work though, like doing a Leprechaun into a Bombot, but or even into 2 Bombots with mech on your team. But I don't know. You would need to always make sure you have some kind of follow-up damage, because sometimes there's something that occurs that would make it so you wouldn't be able to kill it in one single hit if you were to only go 1 Bombot. But no, Bombot team is slightly slower than this. Especially if you use it with like Elspeth or something, it's definitely going to be way more slower because of her inconsistency. But this just covers a lot more colors. Sunbird covers 2, the weapon covers the other 4. And they don't have any board control or board clear, which is actually a good thing because it makes them waste less time. Also, always keep your Imperial Jewel at +5, because if you get it any higher, it'll waste about half a second to a second. And given the context that you normally use it on, which is normally Explore spam, more often than not, you don't want to waste an extra second, because the cycle is like 15 seconds. So wasting a second on that is a huge amount of time. Of course, we only need it about once every minute, but still, if we end up needing it like right now, we'll do all those extra effects and waste a little bit of time. Hello, Antine! We didn't have Squirrel today. We ended up getting the code out on time, for once. Actually got devoured pretty quickly, too. I think it only lasted like 10 minutes. But that's mainly because we were showing the new Mythic and everything. The new class and all that. Of course, we had more viewers than normal. Yeah, the new Mythic still seems kind of average right now. But we'll be able to see its full potential in 2 weeks, once the Elemental thing comes in. I don't believe I'll be using it too much, though, prior to that. Because it seems like a bit of a waste. Infernus is vastly superior to it in its current state. But once it gets the synergy of Curse into Stun, that's going to be extremely devastating. Plus half mana start. Because right now, there's actually no way to start Obsidius with extra mana. Or, you know, at least a substantial amount. At least Infernus still has 40% start. Well, it's not exactly 50%, still something. But Obsidius has none, because it's Elemental and it's Daemon. And neither of those have half mana start, at least until 2 weeks from now. The Elemental, 50%. Of course, means Infernus with him also both get 50%. Meaning Infernus, too, will have 50% all over again. That'll be interesting to see how that pans out. The last time he had 50%, he got nerfed. Or I should say, Divine Ishbala got nerfed. They really need to make Divine Ishbala 50% though. Again, wouldn't really be that broken. But then again, one of the most meta teams right now is 4 times Divine, so who knows? Just seems weird that they would just say, pretty much outright with that nerf, that Divines are better than pretty much every other type in the game. $20,000 gold. Not even a gnome event, we still get some gnome stuff. Oh, wow, back-to-back gnomes. Are we sure it's not a gnome event? It definitely isn't. But, nice. That is really lucky for a non-gnome event. Especially with that kind of drop. 20,000 gold to 4 gem keys. Can we get triple gnome? No, that would have been insane. Especially off of an event. Yeah, that's his best drop that isn't a Volky. Given that it's not a Vault event, his Volky drop rate's really low, so pretty much the best drop he could have given us then. The 5 most important legendaries right now depends what point you are in the game. Do you mean like the first 5 to get, though you normally don't have as much control over it. But if I just had to say generally, it is Dragon Soul, then Yagway. This is more so from an early game perspective, though it's mostly applicable to Insane too. But it's Dragon Soul is first most important, then Yagway, then Queen Titania. And then from there, it's kind of questionable. It's a mix-up between every single Skull Spam related one simultaneously for the other 2. So things like Divine Ishbala, Quillin combo. Yeah, it's basically a bunch of doubles. It's Divine Ishbala, Quillin, or Glaceon Bloodhammer, or I'm forgetting a few others, or even just a Keeper of Souls in general. And a few others, but basically the other 2 is a multi-way tie between almost every single Skull Spam option. The more viable ones of the Skull Spam options. Yeah, the first 3 are really obvious. Dragon Soul is always best first craft if you're going to bother crafting any legend ever. Then it's Yagway because you need that for Bounty Hunter. I soloed basically all Bounty Hunter on the other account on Nintendo Switch with it the other week. It still works, even in early game. Actually, it was more so mid-game, but still same difference pretty much. But yeah, Yagway still soloed all of that. Plus, it's really good with Queen Titania, and then you just get Queen Titania to get one of the metas. That is actually pretty strong right now. Using something like Mountain Crusher, Yagway, Tapon, and Queen Titania, one of the strongest teams in the game. And it uses 0 mythics. It is normally ran with Flamer Fur, but most people don't own Flamer Fur. Especially if you're starting out from early game, you definitely don't own Flamer Fur then. What do we have for tribute? +9. Apparently people still keep giving us these. We already have it maxed, but people still keep giving them. Same thing like as basically giving honor to a dev. Once you have maxed renown thingy, or if you give it to a dev, it actually has no effect on anything. Because once you have it maxed, and once the devs just have their dev status thing, the extra little thingies don't actually do anything. Anyways, what was I looking for? That's not what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I was gonna go check hero level thingy. That's not where you check it. Check it over here. More EXP do we need? Okay, we can go do that then. 17 more battles. Let's go finish that up. Then we'll call it a stream for now. But yeah, Dragon Soul, Yagway, Queen Titania, and then Skull Spam stuff. And then maybe Tesla, I guess, as well. But those are some of the bigger ones. Do keep in mind, you shouldn't really be crafting any legends, though, from Soulforge. The only legend that is 100% of the time worth crafting is Dragon Soul. However, most other legends are not worth crafting because you're eventually going to have them way before you have every mythic. So, it's not normally advised to actually craft legends other than Dragon Soul. You don't already own one. But for the most part, you try avoiding ever crafting them. Because you're basically losing 1/5 of mythic every time you craft one. Crafting 4 of them is basically one whole mythic. Or sorry, did I say 4 of them? I meant 5 of them. Crafting 5 of them is basically one whole mythic. Or it is literally one whole mythic. We'll grab that down. Also, what is up with my connection right now? Dream, stop it. That's like the 5th disconnect in like 10 minutes. It was pretty good for most of the stream too. I was like buffering like crazy. The new hero class is actually one of the weaker ones for the most part. However, it is really good with monsters, and it has the highest skull dodge in the game. Those are the 2 most noteworthy things about it. Biggest things that's lacking is monsters do not have 50% mana start. Itself doesn't have 50% mana start. And it doesn't have any form of protection other than its dodge. It doesn't have any kind of barriers or anything like that. Yeah, synergizing with monsters is probably one of its better methods. However, it does function very similarly to that of a Hyndla, except that you can only use one of them on a team, and it gives all stats instead of HP magic. But Hyndla didn't end up being too overpowered, and nor would this hero class. But monsters do have a bit more options than what giants do. Giants don't really use magic as much, whereas monsters in some instances do. Oh, we're up against an Obsidius. Look at that. Bet you got us stunned as well. I think that's the first time an Obsidius actually stunned us. Enemy Obsidius. Not even off a player. I wouldn't really advise doing a team where all you're doing is trying to extra turn spam it. Maybe if you're at a level range where you could double hit into that. It depends what amount of PvP stats you would be up against though. Because if you're trying to do that with a Crimson Bat, you would have to extra turn, what, 15 times or so? Get that to kill range. You'd be able to double shot it. And you definitely wouldn't want to try single shotting it because that would take way too long. Try to get that much off of it. I know there's been some issues with that with other things in the past. I'm pretty sure Monsters was the same thing, where you would have to go the double cast route. That might take too long if you have to just spam, get a cast off, spam again, and then get another cast off. Especially if they get a summon at any point. They're running AoE, and you'd then have to cast a whole another 2 times to get a summon. A lot of things that can go wrong with it. Yeah, I haven't really tested too many of the monster-related teams yet. It's more so going to be tomorrow's objective for the most part. Because I want to make sure we have level 70 before we start testing it. Because trying to test prior at any point would be a little bit pointless without the explosion. Because it is really important to have that explosion if we're going to be running this in not first slot with a monster team. If we're running basically support version of this. There's 2 versions of Dervish. Running it first slot as a tank. In any team, running it as probably the more likely option that people are going to use it for. Run it as a support in something like 3rd slot, and using it like a monster buffer. Yeah, we will be messing around with it with Crystal Axe, with the monster bonus off of it. I feel like I would synergize that with explosions, though, not necessarily convert. And just do that weapon into explosion, into that weapon, into explosion, and do it that way. Yep, and there is our level. Yeah, I won't be messing around with that. Actually, you know what? Let's go mess around with it once right now before we head off. Even without the perk. I guess we might as well mess around with it once. Yeah, we can overwrite Dervish Clash. Pretty sure no one's really gonna ask again. And if they do, it's pretty obvious. They're just like, go spam send runners. Like, I don't have to say specific team, really. There's only 6 options. And 2 of them are high rarity. One's a Mythic, one's a Legends. What was I about to go type in? I'm about to type in... Oh yeah, which way do we actually want to run this? Well, first things first. Let's go get the axe. Oh yeah, there's a billion axes. Oh yeah, why did I not upgrade this? Did I have some kind of perks that made it worse? Probably. Create a dust storm is why I didn't. And because its other perks are more so only going to be useful if it's moved up front, and it most likely wouldn't be really moved up front. Yeah, we'll keep it at +5. Put a monster axe in there. And now we need to figure out which way we want to actually do this. Actually, what's that monster that synergizes into his mana? Well, first things first, let's see what all of our monster options are. And go from there. Oh, skull spam. Let's see. Behemoth, no. Ah, we got a bleed option. That actually wouldn't be horrible. Especially if we're actually extra turn spamming. You know what? Might. There's, of course, Crimson Bats. Crimson Bat does get a lot of value from it, 2 to all stats. Oh, it's same mana, though. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. Actually, that's a problem with basically both of them. Exact same mana as that weapon. You know what? Let's go to Glaceon route, actually, then. That's the case. Glaceon... want to put a green slime into it at that point. I don't know, did we actually do that? I almost just want to put a Bloodhammer now, too. But what are we missing? We're missing yellow, and we're missing... let's see. I guess a yellow-green at this point. What's the other color you create again? Brown. The yellow... Is there any mythic that's that color? That is a monster. Is there even any mythic that color, apparently? Never mind. There is no mythic that is all 3 of those colors. Wait, it has to be. Oh, no, never mind. There's no monster that is. Yeah, I was going to say Famine definitely is. There's just no monster that counts as that. Oh, but there's only Famine as our option. That's not worth it. Excuse me. Let's go back to monster search. Let's see. I think I do want to go down the Glaceon route. And try the skull spam method first. Megavore behind it now. What other options do we have for that? Oh, Skull Storm off of Skyla. But she doesn't really gain much of a benefit from that, but it's mostly for the storm. And if we were to do that, that basically means we need a green-yellow now. Weaver. It would keep getting buffed and eventually get to one-shot range. However, it probably would never actually reach all the way to one-shot range. But, I don't know. That's going to be such a weird mixed match of team, though. Try for now, though. Okay. Banner. Probably should +1/+1 the weapon. So much so that I might just make the banner that. Though going heavy into purple would also be good. Now we kind of need green slime all over again. Now that we have 3 purples. And again, really only 2 of them we need. Let's go standard blue-red, I guess. Where's Mrs. Scales' banner? Where is Mrs. Scales' banner? Hello, Mrs. Scales. I know you're out there. Blue-red, where are you? Hello. Here you are. We'll try this for now and just go from there. Oh, wrong hero class. That would help. Class. Monster. I mean, not monster. Dervish. There it is. Whip. Okay, we don't have all the perks and everything for it, but for now, let's just mess with this. Yeah, Crimson Bat first slot teams seem kind of interesting too. However, I don't think we can get away with this weapon on it. We're using 2 troops of the exact same like that. And normally it wouldn't matter if you were using 2 of the exact same, like right here, of course, Skyla is completely blocked. But when your mana generator is the exact same being blocked on every color, you normally don't want to do that ever. I forgot to take blue there, but it's fine. I guess this is obviously not enough damage. That I was kind of expecting that it would actually require 2 shots. Unless we put it with a Crimson Bat. I guess, you know what? Let's try it out with Crimson Bat then. Probably get that working. That wouldn't be too bad. Rolling it down that way. Alright, so we'll get this down, get all of our blues that we need. And just start destroying everything with that. Weaver's not in range yet. I don't think we have any drops for it yet either. Let's throw this, get rid of this barrier that way. And a smash. There we go. Yeah, that's one way to kind of run it. Getting a lot of attack if nothing else. But let's go test now. Yeah, we'll go try the Crimson Bat version. Let me completely ditch the Crystal Axe though. And go the true damage version of this. So, Crimson Bats. Beaver. That one bleed option. What was his name again? Chief something. It kind of just overlaps colors though, doesn't it? Yes. And then we just go Mountain Crusher or something. I see. Do we actually want him just for bleed? Is there nothing else under monster that is true damage? We could also just go a second Weaver. Or second Crimson Bat, I guess. Let's see. What's... I'm sorry, wrong category. Monster, that's also the wrong category. Let's see. What do we have under monsters that we could use for that? Oh, yeah, what's true? Oh, Corvash. Oh, hello. That would work. And then we go and replace that with Mountain Crusher. That'll work. Interesting. Well, let's see what we can do with it. Mana or banner needs to change. What color are we not using? That's everything, right? Yes, this should be every color. So let's just set it to a brown then. Even just a +2 brown at this point would probably be fine. Oh no. Is there a +2 blue +1 brown? That exists. I know there's a +2 brown +1 blue. Does the inverse exist though? I don't think so, but let's just go for that for now in case it doesn't. Is there a +2 blue +1 brown? I don't believe that's a thing yet. Oh yes, there is. Okay. So minus yellow. Yeah, let's go with that then. That'll work. Okay, let's roll with this for now then. Be fine. Alright, off the bat, we'll take brown. Oh, I forgot he starts with 0 mana. Whoops. Don't have half mana to start. So used to that one, hero. Let's see. Not that big a deal, though. Still 2 turns. Let's see, we won't be able to ever get 1 on it. There's no drop for that, but we'll just have to take it. Mountain Crusher down. Let's see. Sure, I mean, first slot's almost dead. That's bad. He's not damaged yet either, is he? Probably not. I just have to take the skull regardless. So luckily that doesn't kill, but he's about to just kill it with skull or whatever his follow-up is. Already dead. It doesn't look like we'll be able to get it down. Again, biggest issue is we don't have half mana start. The struggle of every team that doesn't have half mana start. Let's try it again against something that doesn't have half mana start. There we go, that'll work. But then again, he has one thing with empowered and one with 75%. Not much different. Oh, and a 50% there. But yeah, basically it comes out to everything being half mana. Go round it out. Especially after the Leprechaun. Okay, let's go do that again. Get our Mountain Crusher down. Get something good as follow-up. Stop killing my Crimson Bat before I can use it. He's already dead. What are you doing? Stop it. Okay. Well then. Let's Weaver him so he does almost no damage off that AoE. So he'll still do plenty of damage off the skulls. And yeah, I don't think that version of it's gonna work. Okay, well, we definitely need to go back to the Crystal Axe version if we're gonna bother using this. Glaceon could be worthwhile. Throw it even in if it doesn't get the magic boost. Yeah, we could put Glaceon behind the Crimson Bat and try doing it that way. Or even put the Crimson Bat behind the Glaceon, I guess, in second slot. And have the blue feed into it. But I'll mess around with that more later. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. We'll be back later tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 6.5 hours after now, later today. And we're mainly just going to be doing the same thing we have been. Messing around with the Hero Class, messing around with the new Mythic, and farming Dervish up to level 70. So we can cover the video on it tomorrow. I will be covering the class video tomorrow. Of course, we went over on the stream some. But I'll be doing the more in-depth video, just going over everything on tomorrow, midday at some point. But I want to make sure we have level 70 first, because pretty much every team you would use it for, the two main purposes, for monster teams or for its highest dodge in the entire game, both require it to be level 70 in order for it to work. I know, I do the switch. I'll be getting around to it later. Want to make sure I get everything done for this video first, and then I'll be working on it on later Saturday and then Sunday for the getting the Switch requirements. We will stream it on Sunday night like we did again. I normally get it done, it's just like right on the last minute. But anyways, guys, I'll catch all of you later. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Best of luck if you're going to be throwing Glory, Gem, Guild, or VIP chests for the new Mythic. And hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone.